Hello, hello. Was I about right? Did that take about one loop because I had to leave my room to go get a brush? Anyways, hello, hello. How we doing? Happy Saturday. We are back at it again with Utawarerumono, Mask of Truth. Oh, Doc, thank you. Ba-ba-ba. Yeah, might sound a tiny bit different. We're running like a little bit of noise canceling. Hopefully it doesn't like cut me out for anything in particular. Where are we? Pinned messages. Ah. Pin. Yeah, we're probably in for a pretty long one today, considering we like started on time. Let's see. How come my controller isn't working? I mean, I guess like keyboard and mouse would make sense pretty well. I just kind of like playing on controller. Anyways, yeah, last we left off, we stepped away from Kuon, and like, Tuskud is going to war, I guess. And we're over here with Oshtor, hanging out in Ennakamuy with, I'm assuming, just about everyone else, though we haven't really seen much of anyone besides Oshtor, Nekone, Haku. And then we became like Lord. They gave us like full reign of like running like things in Ennakamuy, I guess. So big things. We're moving along. It's reminding me a lot of Prelude, kind of like when Grandma passed away, and then like Haku was given like reign, or not Haku, Hakuola was given reigns of like early Tuskud. We might see something similar to that with Ennakamuy, I'm imagining. Might be something in that vein. We'll see. Yeah, and we met Oshtor's mom. Thankful for that. Anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Yeah, I just like hopped out of the shower too, so like it's kind of why I had to brush my hair. I didn't want it to get knotted. I'm wiped. The instant the door shuts behind me, I collapse forward onto the bed in my chambers, exhausted. Oh, wait. What was I playing before? Right, I was playing Resident Evil 3 and it was kind of loud. I lowered it. Okay, I think volume should be normal now. Just gonna check my mixer too. Just to make sure we're not like running Utawarerumono like lower than normal. Cool, good. Move my mouse off the screen. Masquerading as Oshtor. I knew it wouldn't be easy, but this is nothing like the times I went around pretending to be him for fun. I didn't think it would be this tough to really wholly impersonate someone. Running over the day's events in my mind only seems to make my body feel heavier. But this is the fate I've chosen. This is the grand charade I've decided to take on. I should get to bed. There's a lot to do in the morning. I roll my shoulders with a grimace. They're tighter than they were this morning. That's for sure. Oh. You know what? No, totally makes sense why we don't really see everyone else. Because not everyone else was as close to Oshtor. So, like, he would have had to put that boundary between him and his old party, too. Like, of course, like, Haku and Oshtor were, like, tight. But I mean, everyone else, they still saw like Oshtor as like that big guy, the big pillar, you know? So yeah, it makes sense. And I was rewatching the intro a couple of times, like yesterday and today, and when we got to the Marudo part of the intro, I was like, oh shit, right. Marudo like really admired Haku. So it's gonna be crazy when he learns that Haku died. But we'll see. We're gonna probably see the aftermath of like pretty much everyone here. Yeah. You have to question what this decision of Haku means, yeah. Did I read that last one? Ah, fucking Steam overlays doing it again. Need to edit my layout. For some reason, I wish it would make more sense, but left bumper always gets replaced with left trigger. Okay. Yeah, because I was like, did I read this? I didn't. I rub my shoulder with a grimace. They're tighter than they were this morning, that's for sure. Or maybe I did. I guess it was a pretty tense day. Okay, well... Do Ududu and Sarana know? They must, right? Because they weren't like this with Oshtor. Master, allow me to administer a relaxing massage. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Please, go ahead. They have a direct connection, yeah. Relaxing more fully, I give myself over to Sarana's expertise, allowing her to take care of my aches and pains. So, I mean, if these two know, like, wouldn't that... I guess you could have commanded them to, like, say, like, oh yeah, Haku is effectively dead, I am now Oshtor, and you will only address me as such. And they would have to, like, agree. But it'd be kind of weird, no? For, like, the rest of the party to see, like, oh yeah, like, Haku died, and immediately they, like, flock to someone else. Are you too sure it's okay to be up? Briefly, I recall our flight from the capital, or rather, how they slept like the dead for the whole ride. Their spell must have worn them out. Unrattled. We have given you cause for concern, but you need no longer worry. As you can see, we are both restored to peak condition. I see. That's good to know. Yeah, it's more they're spiritually bound to Haku, yeah. Yeah, that I can understand. I think it's more like, I'm curious what everyone else thinks. Because, like, I could totally get them having that, kind of like magic connection, I guess, is what I'd say. Also, is that Haku's foot? That's Oshtor's foot? Just raw dogs? Just out and about for free? Relief trickles through me at the reassurance. They definitely don't seem to be as pale as they were before. Eat, please. We have made ready a foot bath for you. Please take advantage and relax. Thanks. That should help after walking around all day. Ududu guides my feet into the hot water-filled tub and begins to massage them. Y'all ever done that? I've maybe partook of a foot bath like maybe 2 or 3 times ever. Not like anyone like actually doing anything for that, but like I put together like those like baths with like the like Epsom salts and whatnot. Felt kind of nice. Working in tandem with her sister, Sarana squeezes my shoulders, and the tension seems to melt from either end of my body under their care. This is life. You have become very stiff. You strain yourself beyond reason. Please allow us to give you succor. That feels good. I feel like I'm in a dream. Here is also very... there. Right? It's like my physical body's just melting away. These two really know how to use their hands. Granted, they still say some odd stuff. Settling back, I offer myself up to their ministrations, soaking in relaxation. Ministrations? I've heard that word used. The provision of care or assistance. Good to know. Hold on here. Something doesn't feel right about this. Something... Oh, okay, so they are going to address it. Something... Oh, crap. I'm supposed to be Oshtor right now. Reality comes crashing back and my hand snaps to my face, feeling out the shape of that Kuruka there. I have the mask on. I never told these two my real identity. Then why? Why would they serve Oshtor? What did... Is something the matter? Master, is something wrong? Sensing my distress, they quickly stopped their massage and looked to me. Oh, what are you two doing? Soothing you. We are applying friction to the part of your body that has become stiff and swollen. Not that. I mean, why are you serving me? You're already bound to another master. We do not understand. As one, they cocked their heads, failing to grasp the question. I am not Haku, your master. You two are bound to no other. You needn't serve me like this. I still do not understand. What you are saying makes no sense. Of course we must serve you. In fact, we should like to ask why you are dressed so oddly. We presumed you had your reasons, and wove on enchantment that distorts perception so as to not alert anyone to your true identity. Huh. So it's more than just a mask? Like there's actual like magic going on keeping people from finding out? Huh. Neat. Glancing first at each other, then at me in eerie unison, they speak in one voice. What are you doing, Master? Did they just call me Master? Could it be they... No, they definitely see right through me. Since, when was that perception spell cast on me? Is that why nobody suspects me? I guess it doesn't matter. Cripes, more importantly, what do I do now? Do I keep up the act, or...? Master, should we prepare for more involved friction? And they explain why they don't question the oddity of Oshito's appearance too, yeah? Listen. When did I become your master? There must be some kind of mistake. An impossibility. We would never mistake master for another. Why do you say that? Master is master. Master's soul projects an aura he'd like no other. Even should your physical form wholly change, we would never mistake that deep, strong color. Master is unlike any other, and so we cannot mistake him for any other. The color of my... What? What the hell are they talking about? No, they're being serious. They're not lying. Which means they knew it was me under the mask from the start. It says aura brown. I can see it. Still though, the color of my soul? I'm curious. What color is it? Is it a blue? It's probably a brown. The root where form springs life. The hue of nourishment and of cultivation. Is that a good color, or...? It is brown. Brown. Brown is like an aura? I don't know. That's disappointing. It's a wonderful color. That which presides over the beginning and the chains and the end in even measure. That which gives and reclaims. That fits you, Master, in that you serve a similar role. From the turbid loam of old growth, you take upon yourself and foster new things. Brown, a color that cultivates, inscrutably opaque. The color at the end of the... okay, whoa, no. Are they comparing me to... manure? Master. Never mind. Brown, huh? Is something wrong? You think our words strange? Both of them regard me with clear, confident eyes. They really meant every word. Calling it beautiful like that. You know, I don't think I know anyone who like chose like brown as their favorite color. I know just about every other color. Like for me, I'm a purple head. Like purple is probably one of my favorite colors. But brown? I know a lot of greens, a couple of yellows, a lot of blues, reds, sure. But not brown. By the way, if I can ask, what color was Oshito's? Blue. Oh, hey. A crisp azure blue, like the noonday sky. You know, when he was passing over the mask, were we witnessing his aura too? Because I remember it being like blue around him. Like the sky, huh? I was never really in competition with Oshtor, but I can't help but feel like I lost out to him on this one. I resist the urge to fall to my knees in defeat, turning my thoughts elsewhere. Right, I should talk to these two about... I need you both to listen to me. No matter what, you must act as though Haku, the man you served, is dead. Gone. It's exactly like I said! The man before you now is Oshtor, their Imperial Guard of the Right. Nothing more, nothing less. That being said, what are you going to do now? What do you mean, what are you going to do? We have already spoken these words. Our master remains our master eternal, regardless of what shell he wears, and we are at his service. Such is our purpose for being. I see. Then I won't say a word more. At the twins' answer, I let out a sigh of relief. The task is incomplete. Allow us to continue. And just like that, their hands are back at my shoulders and feet once more. A pleasant stimulation and pressure of massage returning. Almost as though their hands can sink in and fill up the cracks in my resolve. Shore up weakness. Their efforts are always commendable, even if they tend to overdo things. But I never thought there would come a day I'd actually need this. Yeah, I mean, that's just like another set of people to confide in outside of like Nekone, right? That's a good thing. We take those. Giant W. Just the massage alone has me feeling refreshed. I'm a simple man to please. Please leave everything to us. Yes, relax. And allow us to bear you to ecstasy. Why do I get the feeling there's a double meaning to that? Yeah, not confide in but rely on, yeah. True. It's like a little bit of both. Well, I guess mostly rely on though, because Haku isn't really a person to like talk about his problems with people. I lay in bed in the dead of night, unable to find sleep. As I stare up at the dark ceiling, a faint voice disturbs the silence. What is this? So quiet, like it could fade at any moment. Is that Anju? It doesn't sound rhythmic enough to be a conversation, but I long to be someone talking to themselves. As I step into the hall, a shaft of light leaking from the room adjacent to mine catches my eye. Sounds like a prayer. This room. Sidling up to the door to avoid detection, I crane my neck to peer inside. It would equally be very, very sad for it to be like Nekone mourning her brother. Man! My fault. Nekone sits atop her bed, hugging her knees close to her chest and muttering under her breath. It was my fault. Her eyes are clouded and glazed, not so much as a pinprick of light reflected therein. We have to break her out of it. I don't know how. Because God, I don't know what the fuck you would do to like make peace with that, but like, damn. Oh, Nekone. That moment must still be as fresh as anything in her mind. Careful not to startle her, I speak her name softly. Silence continues to reign in the small room until finally, Nekone raises her voice. Please leave me alone. Not like I had a choice. Not like I can do anything for her either. In the face of that kind of grief, who am I, liar and fraud, to do anything to help? And they're both going through it. The minutia of taking over governmental duties consumes the next several days. Work buries me up to my neck. The only free time I really get is when I leave my desk to go to sleep. In the wan moonlight filtering through the window, I fold my arms, considering the mountain of tasks before me. The sound of other footsteps busily stomping down the hall outside has long since quieted, leaving only silence in the evening hours. Now, what do I do, or what to do? Something troubles you. We urge you to share your anxieties with us. No, it's alright. I may need your help sooner or later, but for now, I have to get a better sense of the current state of affairs. I don't know how any of this is going to play out, but I should be prepared for the worst case scenario. What is the worst case scenario? Yamato marches on Ennakamuy, takes Anju back, maybe murders Anju, kills everyone in the town, village. I mean, what do you do then? Priority one is protecting the princess. That was Oshtor's last wish. I can't forsake that. My brother... The Mikado's death should be known all across Yamato by now. And Anju is the new face of Yamato. Just like Vodai, people looking to seize power will try to target or kidnap her. The only question is when. Thus far, no strange activity has been reported in or around Ennakamuy, but that's likely to change sooner than later. Considering this is Oshtor's home turf, someone is bound to put it together and figure out she's hiding with her favorite retainer. Oh, hold on. My dog managed to get a hold of a plush that I don't want him to have a hold of. Oh boy. That one's not for biting. You have your own toys. As of right now, nobody knows she's here yet. Or perhaps they don't know all too well. Or they all know. And they're waiting to see who upsets the balance first. Currently going for more food and drink. Sounds good, sounds good. I can't afford to be optimistic about our chances if it comes to that. First things first. I should focus on the country's defenses. I mean, we got that in spades with the mountains, right? At least as like a good jumping off point. Gotta train the soldiers up. Until Anju's well enough to move around, that's all I really can do. It should be enough to shut up the conspirators if she can return to the capital and make her claim to the throne. But until then, I need to lock this whole situation down before something irreversible happens. Before something irreversible happens. Even I know that that's wishful thinking. But I have to at least try. There are too many unknowns in this mess. Too much to keep track of. And I won't just fall into place so easily. Or it won't fall into place so easily. Dear brother, may I come in? A voice from the hallway snaps me out of my contemplation. Oh, what's Nekone gonna think about the twins being here? Because she made that promise to her brother too. Is she gonna think that Haku broke it? At Nekone's appearance, I glanced towards the twins, but neither of them is anywhere to be found. Are they being considerate or something? Nekone would certainly find it easier to talk without anyone around. Yes, you may enter. Pardon me. The door slides open to reveal Nekone laden with a concerning number of tomes and ledgers. Big, strong Nekone. It's only paper, but stacked up that high, it has to weigh a huge amount. Her legs wobble unreliably as she staggers forward. She almost definitely can't see where she's going. This is a disaster waiting to happen. Everything alright there? Let me take some of those. Oh, thank you. Oh, watch your step, just that. I steady her with a quick, reflexive hand as she stumbles. Easy there. Are you hurt? I should have said something before you came in. I straighten my sleeves and take the stack of ledgers from Nekone. I'm sorry. She sits stiffly in front of me, muttering apologies. These are the ledgers I requested. Yes, the complete records, just as you asked. Thank you. Our work cannot begin without these. The national budget, inventory of our stores and larders, reports on troop counts and equipment. In an effort to understand the entirety of Ennakamu's situation, or circumstances, I asked Nekone to bring me every official record she could find. Spreading the enormous ledgers across the table in front of me, I began to scan and skim, getting a ballpark sense for the numbers. This is... I'd anticipated this, of course, but not to such an extent. How bleak does it look? Well, if what's written here is a true reflection of our circumstances, the days ahead may be rough. I see. I have no intention of bad-mouthing Ennakamuy, of course, but our surroundings do impose certain limitations. It's not a bountiful land, nor a particularly prosperous one. Regardless, its people are able to live with their safety, health, and full bellies. His Grace is seen in that much by the way of wise, careful management. And we have him to thank. Yes. But the balance is delicate. We have provisions, we have soldiers, but nowhere near enough of either to withstand the strain of a war. The larders are stocked well enough for peacetime, but I can see them vanishing all too easily as the violence escalates. Our army is undermanned, and the men we have are undertrained. A fight against a formerly trained force would not end in our favor. We can't let the fight get here. We gotta rally all the neighboring villages under the banner of Anju and like the true Yamato, and like run it down. The mountainous terrains will deter invasions, of course, but only up to a certain size. A siege in sufficiently overwhelming numbers will finish us. As it stands, if we enter hostilities, I can't say with confidence we'll be able to protect the princess. Do you think it'll come to that? Will Ennakamuy be caught up in war? It'll not be caught up. It'll become the very heart of the storm itself. I'm sorry. The times ahead will be difficult. No. If that is my dear brother's wish, then I... Your brother's wish, huh? Nekone's guilty mutterings are just barely audible through my wall again. Tonight. I want to do something for her, but... As I near Nekone's door, I can easily make out her hoarse, tearful voice. She does so well at putting on the tough front during the day. But now, deep in the night with no one else to hear her, she can't quite subdue the tears. I'll bet it's been this way since the night Oshtor, the real Oshtor, died. Your brother. Hi. How could this have... Everything is my fault. I'm sorry, dear brother. I'm so sorry. It's enough. It's not your fault, Nekone. Please. Well... Brother, I'm sorry. The furrowed pleas give way to a sniffling, pathetic sob, and then silence. All I can do is stand helplessly at her door. Slowly but surely, she cries herself to sleep. It's like... It's like, it is kind of her fault. But, like, I don't blame her. You know? Oh, hey, our party members. Kinda curious how, like, Didatia is taking it. Now then, is Didatia in her room? Lady Didatia, you have a moment? I stand at her door and call through it, but no answer comes. Even so, I can tell someone's on the other side. Lady Didatia. I patiently called to her again. 2, 3 more times. Lady Didatia. No response. Is she asleep? I wanted to talk about what happened as soon as possible, but it'd be rude to wake her up to do it. Lady Didatia. One last time, I try to get her attention. A tiny, fearful voice breaks the silence, and someone stirs on the other side of the door. Who is it? Please forgive my visiting at such a late hour. I lower my voice, speaking as I'm recognizable as Oshtor. Or speaking so I'm recognizable as Oshtor. Oh, I'm sorry. What can I do for you? I'd like to speak to you about something. May I enter? Yes, please. And pardon me. Yo, no lights on? She's just sitting here in the dark? Within the room is entirely dark. Didatia sits in one corner with her sewing kit, motionless in the gloom. I figured it was dark in here because she was sleeping, but... No lights? Something wrong, my lady? Lady Didatia. Yes. My voice seems to be reaching her, but Didatia's stare is so empty. As I said, I wish to speak of a matter. Now, they're really gonna make us sit here and, like, see everyone grieve, huh? That's fucked up. I know the past day's events must be weighing heavily on your mind. And please, you know what your plans are for the future. Didatia answers with silence. Her listless, vacant form makes her seem all the more doll-like. A pretty delicate thing, sitting all alone in the dark. She must be absolutely drained. Poor thing. I didn't realize she would end up in this state. Considering the recent events, I'm sure your father must be worried. Even without his duties as Outlaw of Kyujiri. If you intend to return to Kyujiri, Princess, I wish to make it known that I will readily escort you. Didatia, who has been listening in uncomfortable still silence, finally shakes her head. I cannot leave this land by myself. I cannot do that. Even if Her Highness is taking refuge here, you have no reason to remain if you don't wish it. In fact, I'm certain the princess would allow you to return home if you but requested it. Another moment of strained silence passes, and Didatia shakes her head slowly. There's something I want to do. Something you want to do? Didatia finally looks up, but her eyes don't quite meet mine. Still staring in some unseen expanse just beyond sight. Oof. Oof. Sir Haku's grave. I want to offer flowers to it. To my grave? You understand his gravesite? Yes, I know. Sir Haku was... Haku was vaporized. Destroyed without a trace in the clash with Buddha. That's what I told everyone anyways. That's why there's no grave. No body to mourn. You can still, like, mourn a symbol. They should build a statue to Haku. It may be impossible right now, but one day, I wish to give him a proper memorial. You want to stay here, where war could break out on a moment's notice, just to do that? As though she'd heard my thoughts, the Diteo opens her mouth to speak again. Yeah. I'm certain Sir Haku would tell me not to bother, to just leave him, to go find somewhere safe. But he'd say that, and he wouldn't follow his own advice. He'd stay unto the end, putting his wisdom and his life on the line for everyone. Sir Haku was that kind of person. That's gotta fucking hurt. That's gotta fucking hurt to hear. Hold on. I wasn't all that. Don't tell me. The reason she's been acting strange? This is why. Lilith has been grieving Haku this whole time. She's been mourning me. Me, standing right here, lying to her face. It was Sir Haku who Did you? It can't be. A princess like her would never... Why? Me of all people? The realization hammers a spike of guilt another inch into my chest. I want to do nothing more in this moment than to tear it out. Unable to find the words, I instead stand to take my leave. I can't be in here right now. Ah, man. They like going right for the throat instantly. I mean, I say instantly, but we're like 4 hours in, I think. It's like, damn. Sometimes without realizing it, I look for Sir Haku. A soft whispering voice stops me as I turn to go. Sir Haku is no more. I know that. And yet, I still feel like I could go find him. Like nothing ever happened. Correction, it's been a full game and 4 hours, true. I finally realized it. Too late. This is love, isn't it? Nothing the current me can say will do anything to soothe Lutia's pain. Unable to give an answer, I excuse myself and shut the door. Damn. I mean, like, I pre-fired, like, Didatia's being, like, maybe the saddest, but I might be surprised. Like, No City's always been kind of a goofball. And Atui still scares me. She might have, like, really respected Haku in that way, though. I made my way to Atui's room to speak with her, only to find the woman herself passed out cold on the couch. She looks like she doesn't have a care in the world, with that peaceful expression. Always just going with the flow, even now. Bidadine floats strangely motionless nearby. Is it sleeping too? Does it sleep? Do jellyfish sleep? What was the name of that? Do jellyfish sleep? Yes, jellyfish sleep. Huh. Okay, makes sense. I guess I don't know any creature that doesn't sleep. Is there one? Like I know like cells probably don't sleep. Like on like a if you go to like a microbiological level or something, like I'm sure that's like sure, they probably won't sleep. There's always something going on in there, even if it's like a rest. But like, hold on, I need to know. Is there a creature that never sleeps? No animal is completely devoid of sleep. I don't know if I trust that because it's like the AI answer on Google. Several species of fish and blind cave animals are suspected to never sleep. Neat. Insomniac humans too. Yeah, fair. I mean, like, the body does eventually like shut down for rest at like its like breaking point when you're when you have like insomnia. No, like at the worst scenario, like don't break the cycle, you'll just like knock out real hard, maybe die. Atui, come on, up you get. Oshtor, warning you. Atui stirs, then sits up, rubbing her eyes. Sorry to disturb you, Kuradin. The morning is past. You'll catch a cold if you sleep like that much more, you know. Don't you worry about that. I keep myself healthy, I promise. Somewhat besides the point. Would you care to wipe your mouth? Right. Awkward. Atoi hastily wipes the drool from her lips. May I ask why you were sleeping here? At this time of day, no less? Well, you see how it's nice and sunny right here. Perfect for a cat nap. I'm showing my thanks to the sun for making me this lovely little spot. Besides, there isn't a whole lot to do besides lay around right now. Does it occur to you that you're allowed to go out? I'm certain the main street will have pleasant diversions for you to pursue. Or peruse. See, I sort of already tried that. Atui stretches in a grand display of boredom, working the stiffness out of her limbs. There isn't a whit worth doing out there. No stage or theater, no restaurants, no stores selling the kind of clothes I like. There's the pub, yeah, but all they talk about is local gossip and lewd stuff. And hunting. The liquor isn't even that good. So, that's that. Got one really fun place in the bunch. Atui lets out an untempered yawn, demonstrating the truest depths of her ennui. You shouldn't expect that much from the boonies, really, Atui. I thought maybe I'd pitch in and help Neko out, but I don't have a clue where I should start there. I might have just focused too hard, but the time just slipped by before I knew it. Wasn't bored, definitely, but I didn't sleep that night. Yeah, we call that sleeping on the job. If love was about the place, I wouldn't be... wait. If love was about the place, I wouldn't be this bored. Done with deception and already on truth. I work fast. How you doing? How you doing? Happy Saturday. We run it down. You know, you say I work fast, but I think I was a little past the average playtime for deception. Because I think end of the day, I did... How long did I play deception? 60 hours? Actually, that might have been close to like how long to beat. Atui gives another long yawn, then rolls over back onto her impromptu bed. You agree, don't you, Oshito? I suppose so. It was fun when he was with us, drinking all night and talking until morning. This is how Haku made things fun for her. It's just a real shame, really. Yeah, 60 hours divided by 2 streams per week. Stream about 4 to 6 hours average. 6 is pushing it. Usually I feel like, at least lately, it's been like 3 to 4. On like a not busy time. If I'm running it down to like the very end, maybe like 6 to 8. I usually try to stay in that like 3 to 4 hour bubble though. Despite her mournful words, I can't quite detect the sadness in Atsui's tone of voice. Yeah, because I think if I did any more with the amount of talking I tend to do when I do like all the dialogue for these games, my voice would probably give out. She sounds more like she is lamenting that he went on a particularly long trip. Is monochrome Mobius next in the sequence after Deception? After Truth. Yeah, after we finish Truth, we are probably going to be hopping straight to monochrome. I'm only like hour 4 into Truth and already like the writing is so good. Can't you be like just a smidge more sad for me? Here I thought I'd parted on good terms with everyone. This reaction hurts more than I would have expected. Yeah, I mean, we never really seen any emotion other than like boredom, extreme like I don't know. We'll see. Because I've never really seen Atsui as like the emotional type. This is passing not sadden you. As I recall, Haku took care of you quite a lot. I don't believe I can count the number of times I spotted him nursing you back to health after a long night of drinks. Oh dear, saw me taking advantage, huh, Oshito? So are you? Huh? Am I what? Not what. I was asking you if you felt sorrow at all. You seem unfazed at best by Haku's death, if I may observe as much. Everyone processes things different. I think I mentioned before that like things tend to hit me like rather late. Sad. Atsui folds her arms, considering the words as if she was rolling it out on her tongue, tasting it. You did listen to my gabbing, and I'd like to think we were close, sure. Why would I be sad, though? He went out doing exactly like he would have wanted. I am not certain I follow. Are mourning and sorrow not the typical reactions to the death of someone close to you? Is that right? I never really got that. I thought it was more like death is just a fact. A fact. We've all got what time we're given. Everyone's life ends, right? Sooner or later. Love, see, his rotten luck just caught up to him. His time was up before ours, and that's all there is to it, really. Memento Mori type shit. Yeah, we seen Fat Cat around. How you doing, Fat Cat? Didn't have the luck, huh? Atsui's seemingly cold-hearted words conjure shock in me. But as I consider it, she's always been the pragmatist. Maybe more so than I thought. In fact, I'd bet you Atsui Karaunkomi snapped him up. Fell head over heels and had to have him. That's how the stories are. How do they say that? Atsui Karaunkomi likes to surround herself with lookers, but they're all lazy bums like Love was. Did I say something wrong? What are you crouching like that for? Is that some special prayer for the departed, or...? It's nothing. I listened to your drunken rambling and nursed you when you passed out. Damn it, Atsui, you're gonna make me cry. It's a good thing the mask helps hide my facial expressions. I let out a small sigh and continue. It's like we've gotten like 2 fucking ends of the spectrum here. of like Diditia's like immense kind of grief, and then like Atui's just complete acceptance of the fact. They're on different stages. At any rate, Lady Atui, may I ask you what you intend to do from here on? Me? This land's fate is uncertain at best. Should you wish it, returning to your home of Shahado is an option. There's no need for you to stay for our sakes. Nah, I think I'll hang around a while longer. She rolls over again, preoccupied. I think I'm still thinking about what I want to do. Isn't that enough? It's not an unacceptable answer. My non-committal reply lights up Atui's face. She turns back to me rapidly. Then it's okay for me to stay? I'll help out whenever there's fighting, so tell me when that stuff is happening. As you wish. If you're willing to volunteer your strength, then I look forward to relying on you, my lady. My lady. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have other matters to attend to. Oh, do you? Bye-bye for now, then. Atui gives an airy, jaunty wave as I retreat with my thoughts. Just a fact, huh? Good that she's put the past behind her, but still. Her words ring fresh in my mind, and I find myself unable to help sighing. It hurt to hear, man. I thought we meant more to each other than that. Shoulders drooping and feet dragging, I begin to show myself out. Lord, I wonder if love would want it. Oh, damn. Alright. He's dead. Aku. Oh, I don't like this. Not at all. Why does my chest feel so weird? This isn't much fun either. Right, Kuriri? Atui's muttered questions go unanswered. Silence reigning in on the close room. Damn. Yeah, everyone processes things in their own way. Damn. I feel like Nosuri is like the type to maybe keep herself busy. Nosuri, have you a moment? I'd like to talk to you about something. Huh? Oh, Oshito. Nosuri looks up at my voice. In her hands rests her prized bow. She must have been maintaining it. Oh, my apologies. Am I disturbing you? I'm nearly done. Just a moment. With that, she tests the bowstring's tension with a finger, then puts away the rest of her kit. So what do you need so late in the day? The sun's already set. Oh, I only wanted to confirm something. Huh. Sounds like something important then. Go ahead and take a seat. Sitting where Nosuri indicates, I take a deep breath and gather my thoughts. This is where things get tricky. Oshito, how would he put this? You want a job? A useless question, of course, considering Oshito isn't here anymore. I'm him. He's me. I have to be convincing either way. Aku's fate was unfortunate. Nosuri's gaze falters the moment the familiar name leaves my mouth. She glances away. You know it isn't your fault, Oshito. It's just... losing a comrade you've opened up to is hard. Even if it was only for a short time we knew each other. Suppressing the too familiar guilt welling up inside me, I let out a held breath before I continue. What are your plans from here on? What do you mean, plans? She affixes me with a look of bafflement. The offer will not continue for long. If you remain here, I can't guarantee your safety. You may need to put your life on the line. If you want out, as it were, you may not get another chance. Nosuri's eyes widen ever so slightly at the idea, but she gives me a small, knowing smile. You came to talk to me about that? Yes, that? And here I was thinking taking your orders wasn't really going to be up for debate. Yamato itself is hanging in the balance, isn't it? Nosuri offers a more confident smile, the kind she used to show Haku more often. I see. Nosuri's mind is already made up. Yeah, and she's got that whole, like, commitment thing in her brain for Anju, so I don't think she'd ever leave. Fixing my self-image as Oshtor a little more firmly inside, I smile back. No, I had no intention of forcing you. You and your brother are hardly bound to the Yamatan throne. Even in our desperate hour, I wouldn't force your hand. Your freedom is your own. I suppose that's true, but... As though remembering something particularly unpleasant, Nosuri cuts herself off abruptly and scowls. But what? Nothing you would understand anyways. She gives me a cold, pointed look, refusing to speak a word further on the matter. So I asked, Nosuri, what are your plans? I don't know, and I don't care. And now she's in a sour mood. What did I say? I didn't badmouth her interests. I apologize. I'm somewhat on edge. But Oshtor, let me make something clear to you. It's true my house used to rule all of Izuruha. Izuruha's clans. Used to. We don't have that honor anymore. But just because we've fallen out of favor, that doesn't mean we've forsaken Yamato, or the Mikado. And now, here we are, at your beck and call. Here we are at the Empire's time of need, and you want to send us away because we're hardly bound? What do you want me to do? Be a good girl, shut up and twiddle my thumbs while my friends and allies fight and die? Haku would never have told me to do that. I see. Forgive me. I spoke only with your welfare in mind. No. I apologize as well. I let the moment get away from me. Blood rushing to my head, maybe. Judging by her reaction to the first thing, I'm going to have to choose my next words carefully. To speak the truth, I said that because I want to strike a deal with you, Nosuri. A deal? Yes. My terms are these. Should you pledge your allegiance to the princess, I promise that I'll exonerate and restore your house. The yelp of surprise escapes Nosuri at the word of restore, but she quickly calms herself, reaching for a cup of tea. That's a big W for Nosuri. A good woman is never rattled, no matter how astonishing her circumstances. She mutters to herself in an effort to soothe her nerves, unable to quite contain her emotional response. Return with your chicken with tortilla, let's go. Figure she's been wreaking havoc all over the Empire under the noble thief name, all for the sake of restoring her family's name. Deriving no small amount of satisfaction from Nosuri's change in tune, I lay out an additional condition. And should you aid Her Highness in reclaiming the capital, when the task is done, yours shall be a seat among the Pillar Generals. Big! But even as an Imperial Guard of the Right, you can't possibly have the authority. I do. Quietly and calmly, I put her objections to rest, but an expression of surprise quickly washes over her face. Isn't that kind of given too much? I mean, I know end of the day, like, we are, like, the Mikado's brother, but, like, what does Oshtor have for that? Unless Nosuri is supposed to take that at the value of, like, oh, Oshtor is gonna, you know, persuade Anju to, like, make her a pillar. What? Yeah, maybe it's a bit of a stretch to imagine Oshtor having that much power, but this is something of a special case. What do you mean? Aiding Her Highness recapture of the capital would be an honor unparalleled. You would, I am certain, be well rewarded. The restoration of your house to a position it once held anyways is a prize none would dare deny. I wouldn't let them. Yes, by the war's end, I'll have them saying General Nosuri is the strongest in all of Yamato. He sloshes out from the overfull mug as Nosuri's hand trembles. She is considering it. My words and my power as Imperial Guard would, of course, be devoted fully towards this end. Even so... Nosuri glances away, breaking eye contact for a pregnant moment. Very well. When Her Highness recovers, I'll find a way to prove to you this is no empty promise. Then... No. I will have your answer later. I know for Yamato's sake you're willing, but please think on this first. The restoration of your family name would not, after all, affect you alone, huh? I'll take my leave for now. My apologies again for barging in at this hour. I stand to go. If I push on her a little more, I'm sure I can get a positive answer, but I should give her time to calm down and consider it objectively. I just dumped a lot on her lap at once. It might not be the most shrewd way of doing this, but I excuse myself from Noside's room. Is he gonna like round off with Nekone again? Oshito's room. The whispering murmurs from the next room resumed that night. All I can do at this stage is watch over Nekone from a distance, but I'm getting worried about her health. We can't go on like this. This isn't sustainable. What do I do? As I draw near the door, I ponder what to do, listening at the crack. Like, I don't know in my own brain, you know, what I would even like ponder as like a solution to the way she's feeling. Like, if it were me, I would just have to like throw myself into my work. Maybe like position that work as something of like a penance for fucking up. But like, other than that, like shit, what do you do about that feeling, you know? I'm sorry, dear brother. Dear brother, it's my fault. My fault. My fault. My fault. Nekone sits curled into a tight ball, pale and rail thin like a corpse. She looks like she's been wasting away. She's not eating. Can't blame her. It's my fault. It's my fault. It's my fault. My fault. My fault. My fault. My fault. Her eyes, dark and glazed over with despair, stare sightlessly ahead, as though fixed on something beyond this world. I can't do this anymore. I don't get Nekone to stop. I'm not gonna get her back. And if that's the case, Nekone, I'm coming in. Listlessly, Nekone raises her head to regard me, eyes hazy and unfocused. I push past the oppressive silence, sit beside her. It looks like I'm gonna pull this off after all. Everyone's fooled. Everyone thinks I'm the real Oshito. Of all the luck, huh? Never thought I'd make it so easily as a Yamato Imperial Guard. Nekone, let me be straight with you. I know it's bad. I know it's probably not right. And I'm gonna make use of this position. Not for you, but for myself. This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance, and hey, if everything keeps going my way, maybe the Mikado's throne isn't an impossible dream. And if I can pull that off, it's gonna be all the world's wealth at my fingertips. Easy living forever. Is he attempting to make himself a scapegoat? Like an object of, like, hate for Nekone? Can't say I like that. Yeah, he's focusing all the issues onto himself, yeah. All thanks to Oshito, of course. What a fool that guy was, huh? Of all people, he decided to put his trust in me to take his place. A muffled whisper slips from Nekone's mouth. I said that's just like you. Damn. Are you trying to take everything on your shoulders by playing that false role? You really are. You are even worse at this than I thought. She's smiling. Wiping away tears, Nakane raises her head and smiles silently. With my dear brother in such a sorry state, I must be strong as a sister, after all. Nekune, you still look pale, but a light that wasn't quite there before has returned to her eyes. I'll be alright. You should return to your room and rest. You're right. Back to bed with you two now. Sleep well and smile for me again, would you? I shall. Good night, dear brother. Stand in the dark hallway. Look up at the ceiling for a while. Your brother, huh? In the respect, am I a match for the Oshidor that used to be? Must be hard for her to accept me. A knockoff, posing as a real sibling. But even so, she's resolved to call me brother. Oshidor. Your little sister's a strong one. Yeah, Nekane really is gonna be like fucking peak-ass character, huh? I mean, she's already really good, but I could totally see her becoming one of my favorites. Everyone's here then. You're late, Oshidor. Kept us waiting, yeah? My apologies. That was a matter that required my attention for longer than anticipated. I take my designated seat. Nekane, already seated next to me, glances in my direction every so often. I know you're worried, but damn it. Looking at me like that's only gonna make things suspicious. I do my best to signal some kind of reassurance to Nekane, locking eyes with her. Seemingly getting the message, Nekane faces forward, albeit still wearing a mask of worry. Is that the sequel? So, what is it you wanted to talk about, Oshidor? No need to word it so tensely. It's nothing so complicated. Besides, supper will be ready soon. I imagine I hardly intend to keep you through it. Nosuri regards me with a perturbed expression, tilting her head to one side. Is something wrong? Oh, it's nothing. It may just be me, but... Is she gonna be like, you're talking kinda different? Oshidor, did something happen? Did you change? Now that you mention it, he does feel a bit softer than before, doesn't he? Yeah, he's a little more relaxed with these people. He has to like... He would really have to separate himself from his old self to really push these guys away. You think so too, huh, Kuradin? You and me never got much one-on-one time, Oshidor, but she's right. The Oshidor I know isn't the relaxing dinner break kind of guy. Oh, she's hard most of the time, and a little soft only sometimes, yep. Shinanan! Daughter! Is this the first time we've seen her this game? Hopefully the first of many. Everyone whispers about whether I seem different from before or not. Your brother. Nekane, concerned, looks to me. I didn't think they'd jump right on it like this. I didn't even get a chance to say anything. This is bad. I thought I had a pretty good front going. Or I had a pretty good front going. And they're already questioning it. But I came prepared. Your confusion is understandable. Allow me to explain. This is the natural me behind closed doors. You knew the Imperial Guard me during my tenure in the capital. Circumstances demanded a harder exterior than I was accustomed to showing. Surely I am more Ukon at heart than that Oshidor. Gotcha. It's just different, yeah? Thought I had you figured out, and now this. Kinda surprising, honestly. You must have gotten away with a lot of mischief as a kid. My home is on the brink of war. It's no longer the time for courtly pretense. If I've disappointed you, I'm sorry. I suppose I understand. Whenever I had to go into the Imperial Court, I'd get all nervous trying to force myself to act proper. Yeah, somehow I have a hard time buying that. So that's why. I mean, I'm alright with it. I actually prefer this Oshito a little more. Is that so? Well, I'm glad to have your continued support. Also, I did see that you sent me a message to the chicken tortilla. As tempted as I am to look, the past 10 minutes I have been feeling a slight hunger. Maybe Watermelon was right, and I maybe should have eaten something right before, but I wasn't feeling hungry then. Stop barking. Hold on. Maybe, you know what? A good segue. Maybe I'll go grab a snack. It sounds like someone's at the door. I'm gonna go check. Be right back, 1 second. Alright, I am back. Thank you for waiting. We ended up turning on like the AC proper. Turned off the one in my room, so maybe the audio will be a little bit better from here on, hopefully. And then I spent a hard couple of minutes looking for something to snack on. And then I cursed myself for never buying snacks. Did have this cup of noodle around though. Don't know how old. Hopefully it's still okay. We like to do this thing with cup of noodles where we add more salt to it. Totally great, I know. But I'm a big sucker for what's it? Tony Chachere's, I think is how you say it. The Creole seasoning. I'll add a bit of that into a cup of noodle to give it a little kick. A little extra flavor that's not like kind of the like cup of noodle flavor that I grew up with. What did you miss? Nothing much, nothing much. I actually just got back to myself. Yeah, just made myself a quick cup of noodle and turned on like the big ol' central air unit rather than the one in my window. Everyone nods to one another, seemingly satisfied with my explanation, but Ennakamuy sighs in relief as the moment of tension passes. She doesn't look particularly happy about the means. She has noticed that we have affected Oshtor's past. How can you be so calm? Ruda. At Aditya's words, the room goes silent. I mean, it's because we have to, I guess. Yeah. Saraku is dead, Miss Kuon is gone, and then you're all acting like... Was Sarahaku Miss Kuon? Did they mean that little to all of you? Lady Aditya. That's not true. But we may not have known each other long, but Haku and Kuon are both our dear comrades. It's not that Haku's death isn't sad, or that Kuon leaving isn't difficult. But right now, we can't be distracted by grief. All that sadness and sorrow. In the face of danger, we have to hold that back, not ignore it. Just put it aside for a little while. Shove it down, shove it right down there. Mourning. That can come when there's time to spend on it. Shipboard traditions that everyone celebrates after death. The dead can set sail knowing everyone they care about is singing and feasting. I like that too. Lulu, don't you want to send love off on a good journey? But that's so... Thank you, Lady Lutia. Certain Haku was gladdened by your thoughts of him, sorrowful or otherwise. Nosuri is, however, right. Now cannot be the time for lamenting. That being said, retrieving a familiar metal fan from my inside pocket, I raised the weapon in front of everyone. Hey, reuse of the picture. Oh, that's... We'll never forget my dear friend's resolve, nor his company. This fan will ensure that. I intend on carrying it in its battle as he did, as a remembrance of a lost comrade. Can you see me now, Oshitoru? And also that means he won't have to learn how to use a blade. Well, I'm gonna take a bite. Don't want these noodles getting really soggy. That is fucking hot. Huh. Yeah, guess that makes sense. You, keeping those two around for the same reason, then? Jackwalt's eyes drop toward my legs, which the twins are each leaning on. The twins tilt their heads. I had a feeling that was gonna come up. You see, I wasn't gonna say it, but then nobody was saying it. And if it's not gonna get said, that is not along in agreement. Looks an awful lot to me like those two are serving you now, Oshitoru. Ah, that seems Haku ordered them to. His dying words. Our previous master's final wish. His final, huh? Don't I remember you being with us when that happened? And you were both unconscious at that. It was a mental link. We heard from the beyond. We felt. We heard. Our master's voice reached us in our slumber, imploring us to serve Lord Oshitoru as we did him. Masters of improv, these twins. And we serve. We have a master once more, and all is right. For his will is everything. That's the fiction we agreed on anyways. Sort of strange, but... That's how it shook out then. Seems likely enough, considering these two. I see. When by the group's assorted reactions, they're only half convinced. But I have to stay committed to the bit. Another bite. Yeah, I don't know if like the heat wave has happened in other states. We kind of very much only look at things locally. But the heat wave in California has been pretty brutal. I think just yesterday it hit 103. Rough stuff. Alright. Going by the group's certain reactions, yeah. That's the shape of it. Certain Haku wouldn't have wanted them to follow him where he's going. You understand? Those two would do that too. And I'd prefer if we didn't lose anyone else. Sure sounds like something boss would say. We are pleased with the opportunity to continue working with you. The twins bow their heads. Same here. Yeah, real pleased. I'm not sure I get it, but if we're all still together, then the pleasure is mine. It appears I was able to get them to believe the lie for now. The Tetsuya, silent, remains fixated on the twins, who busily massage me and wipe my face. The proximity of certain body parts to certain other body parts during the process is purely coincidental. Probably. At any rate, the campaign ahead, I realize, is somewhat, personally significant to me. If you do not wish it, you do not have to aid me in this. To be frank, I have no solid plan. Not yet. The only guarantee is that difficult days await us. If you join us on the field, it would be my honor to have you. But I will force nothing. Each person here should arrive at their own decision. I called this meeting merely to remind you of where you stand in that regard.
Master, do you wish your shoulders massaged? Or should we tend to your feet again?
Imagine everyone at the table is like, yo, Ochtor is kind of like weirdly really okay with these twins, like right off the bat. Urudu, Sanana, I beg your pardon, this is a serious matter.
As is this.
Boss did have a hard time keeping him under control too, didn't he?
Hard time, Hosh? I suppose that's fine. Sir Oshtor. Oshtor's kinda like Lev now, isn't he?
Oh, right, it is. Truly, I suppose I've come to know firsthand Haku's torment. It's gut-wrenching, but this way I don't think I have to worry about being exposed for a while. So quit looking at your brother like that, would you, Nekune? Are we going back? Or is it like Nosuri scouting? Lord Kyoto, reconnaissance reporting in. Good work. What do you have for me? Nothing yet, sir. No enemies in visible pursuit. I see. Hopefully we can make it to Ennakamuy without any trouble. It's best we keep our guard up regardless, sir. They'll have bigger numbers than last time if they do catch up. You're right. Pass the word along. We have to push forward and widen our lead before that happens. Oh. So they got everyone out. But they're probably exhausted. Ma'am. Ma'am, are you alright? Lord Kyudo. Your ankle. Is it hurt? Let me see. Oh, no. Please, Lord, leave me. You have to keep going. What are you saying? We'd never abandon a soul. It's just a little further now, past this valley. We'll be right on the Ennakamuy border. We'll be there before you know it. Oh, right. Please lean on my shoulder, ma'am. Oh, thank you. Lord Kyoto, allow me to take responsibility for this woman's well-being. Yours is to your command. But... Please, sir. You have a duty to guide us all to Ennakamuy safely. You mustn't let emotional impulses distract you from the bigger picture. We're depending on you to see us through this, sir. Very well. I understand. Please see to her. What about Ogi though? Is he around? Am I doing this right? The job is getting Oshtor's elites out of the capital undetected. Brother's own personal troops, persecuted in his name. I chose to take them through this valley because it's the shortest route to Ennakamuy, but the rough terrain and poor footing looks like it's going to be a burden on the children and elders. On top of that, we're surrounded by sheer cliffs. Any enemy would be able to box us in easily. Maybe it would have been better to go for the longer, safer route instead. Just as I feared, I'm far too inexperienced in making these decisions. I still have a lot to learn. Brother, could you have predicted this? Brother could have predicted this. He'd see the risk from a mile away, readjust and gracefully step aside the danger. And this Haku, what would he do here? Always so haphazard and lazy, always in the middle of trouble, always roping me into his messes. But he'd always find the best way through a bleak situation, humming a song the whole time. Damn, and Kiryu doesn't even fucking know man's gone. Oh, good too.
I can't help but think this would be all going a bit more smoothly if I had him here. What would Haku do, huh?
WWHD?
When did I start thinking of him like a second brother?
Yeah, they had to say that right before telling him he's dead, huh?
Have I become a man worth all that trust he puts in me? I can't afford to go down that line of thinking right now. I will complete this duty, and I will earn brother and Haku's trust.
Sir, the enemy! The enemy advances! Uh-oh. Are we soloing this as Kiryu?
Lord Kiryu! The enemy is closing in from behind!
Lord Kiryu, your orders!
All troops to the rear guard! Women, children, and elderly to the front! Then, we'll cover our tail and engage the enemy here. Ogi should have reached Ennakamuy by now. Hold our ground. Brother will come with backup, I promise.
Roger. Let's go, boys. This is our big moment.
It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Brother will come. He has to. I just have to put forth my best effort until he does.
Oh, damn. Damn, are they really gonna give us a fucking objective survive with Kiryu? It's like, survive 7 turns before backup arrives.
Lord Kiryu, here they come!
That's a lot of guys.
I will protect them.
Lord Bokuinante, we have visual confirmation on the rebel force. Don't let up for even a moment. Lay waste to them the moment they're in range. But my lord, they have non-combatants. If it comes to violence, they may be collateral damage, sir. Civilian casualties. Yes. Why are you stating the obvious? That is part of my design. The elites are hindered and encumbered. They won't be able to fight back. And should anyone be caught between, on their own heads be it. They're the ones taking refuge with traitorous insurgents. Or treacherous insurgents in the first place. Soldier or not, it doesn't matter. Kill them all. Spare no one.
Yes, my lord.
Long have I waited for this day. The mantle of Imperial Guard of the Right belongs on my shoulders. None other. And yet I, Mokoinante, an honorable man and loyal citizen of the Empire, am made to scrap and bow to the base-born hillbilly lord. Oh, no more. My prayers are answered. He has shown himself from the worm he is. Finally, the age of Lord Decapompo is here, and Bokuinante stands at its forefront. Besides, if I return with a sack of traitors' heads under my arm, I'll be handsomely rewarded. They're injured and exhausted. I've won this. I'll slaughter these fools first, then pile their corpses in front of Oshtor. And only then, when my long bitter years of humiliation are vindicated, I'll take his head. Now, all troops, go! Maruto would never. Meanwhile, in the heart of Ennakamuy, I've been sitting and poring over Nekane's notes for some hours. Now I sit back and stretch my arms, wrist sore. Oh man, at this rate just doing the first pass and everything's gonna take all night. The more I work, the more stuff piles up while I'm paying attention to the other work. This is ridiculous. Isn't this the kind of thing you're supposed to delegate to your subordinates anyways? Isn't there someone in this castle I can give the work to? I wonder who used to do Oshtor's odd job. He's like, ah, damn right, that was me. This motherfucker really got me doing 2 jobs. Cradling my poor tired head, I slumped forward onto the desk. Huh, shit, right. That was me. What kind of cruel joke is the universe pulling here? This isn't any different from what I was doing in the capital. No, I'm even busier than before. Jeez, what a pain in the ass. Oh, a rarity to hear you pontificate upon the pains in your most beleaguered ass. Wait, what? Okay? A rarity to hear you pontificate upon the pains in your most beleaguered ass. That's a fun way to say it. A voice springs unbidden from over my shoulder. Whirling, I spot a slender silhouette slicing through the dim twilight. I can just distinguish its owner's face. Okay, how long has he been? My apologies for keeping you waiting, Oshitor. I have arrived in good health. It's slightly delayed. Oh, cripes, I totally let my guard down. Thinking I was by myself in here. I didn't say anything compromising, did I? Take a bite. Nah, something the matter. You look pale. No. Acting flustered would only raise suspicions. Gotta keep my composure, stay cool. Telling myself that I straighten my posture and speak to Ogi in my practiced Oshitor voice. Been waiting. It's good to see you safe. I see your ordeal has left you unchanged. I certainly hope so. I haven't changed, have I? I can never tell if this guy's pulling my leg or not. At any rate, I'm surprised you were able to sneak in here undetected. I was certain I'd tighten security. You did. Finding this room took several minutes more than usual. The nonchalance worries me. Should I increase the guard again? Oh no. If I use him as the standard to build my security against, I just end up mobilizing every damn soldier in the country. My sister and your companions have already made themselves at home, I gather. Yes. All have chosen to stay in the castle for the duration. Damn. Oh, you say. We appear to be short, Lady Kuon and, the other one. The other one, huh? Ogi. Gotta hand it to him. Guy's sharp. Working hard to keep the agitation out of my voice. I opened my mouth to speak again. I'm afraid I have something to apprise you of. What's that then? Haku is dead. Ogi raises a single slender eyebrow at that. Dead. You're quite certain? A casualty of my battle with General Vodai. Lady Kuon departed soon thereafter, to return to her homeland. For all intents and purposes, his blood is on my hands. I see. Haku. You seemed a rather difficult man to kill, if I may say so. You don't seem to be particularly distraught. And here I thought you and he were closer than that. One supposes. Ogi only smiles wryly at my interjection. To speak truth, even with the knowledge of his fate, it doesn't feel quite real. Even as we speak, I feel as though I'll look to the door and see him popping in with some new crisis or other. For some reason, when it's Ogi who voices that sentiment, the tight bindings on my heart nearly unravel. But I hold them firm, speaking coldly. Let's not lose ourselves in what might have been. First and foremost, you've come to see me at this hour. Not through the gates, directly to me, which means... receptive as ever, Oshitor. Ogi replies in characteristically smooth, matter-of-fact fashion. As per your orders, we rallied the elites and mounted a clandestine escape from the capital amidst the chaos. Kyoto remained at the main body and is leading them here on foot. The Kyoto is safe. His Grace will be pleased. Even if he's acting out of loyalty to the princess, I don't think I'd be able to face his Grace if the worst came to pass. There's something very styrofoam about these cup of noodles, you know? I'm getting tired of these. I mean, I've definitely been getting tired of these. It was like a whole month where I was just trying different ways to make like cup of noodles more bearable. But it's fine. I remember something I would do is I would let the cup of noodles soak. Then I would drain it with like a strainer. And then I would fry the noodles once they were like tender. And like cut up like hot links or like whatever sausages I had on hand. Just as like a quick little like crispy noodle type dish. It was pretty good. I feel like I would have liked that much more than this cup of noodle I'm eating now. However, it bears mentioning we are not able to make our escape without being spotted. So the capital has issued a subjugation order in light of our recent transgressions. Furthermore, the elite families are slowing the group down. We couldn't move as hastily as I'd have liked, now with the elderly and children. The capital's pursuers will be upon them before they reach Ennakamuy. I see. Thank you for your report. Seems we don't have any time to waste. Urudu, Sanana. I might call a familiar pair of shadows coalesce from the darkness.
He beckoned. Sanana heeds your summons, master.
Olga gives me no outward sign of surprise at their arrival, only remarking dryly. I see Haku's attendants did not share in their master's unfortunate fate then. Yes, before his death, Haku gave them a final command to serve me instead. I see. Fascinating. That Ogi, he's starting to suspect, isn't he? Yeah, I mean, I feel like he's got some crazy reads. What to do, Sanana? Call everyone together. I'm going into battle and resolving this. The others gather in short order. I explain Kyoto's situation as concisely as I can. Getting into trouble on the way home is just like Kyoto, huh?
I'm getting all tingly with anticipation. I haven't had a good fight in a while. We're bringing Kyoto back home, and Shinonon's going with ya. Actually, Shinonon, we need you to stay here and watch over the castle for us while we get Kyoto. Exercising patience and serenity is the mark of a good woman, after all. Is that right?
Nah, I'm taking Shinonon with me.
Yachtwald.
Surely that's a bit dangerous. Just the opposite.
The opposite?
See, back on that Tusker campaign, I got to doing some thinking. Realized I can't do jack squat to keep my girl safe if she's in another country. A man protects his kin with his own two hands. Gotta take her with me, folks. It's the only real safe choice. If no one's here, he wouldn't trust anyone with him, so she has to be here with him. Understandable.
Yeah, I feel the safest by a dad.
Certainly very you reasoning, Jackwalt. But is Oshito alright with this? As much as it pains me to admit, hiding here in Ennakamuy will not guarantee your safety. Jackwalt, I'll help look after Shinono, but take care not to let your promise become a lie. Yeah, of course. I vowed it on my sword, didn't I? Always be good to your word. If I mess up, it means going back on that. Can't hold your phone? A little too much alcohol type shit, or like... If that's the case, then I should probably bring up. Indulge me as I repeat myself one last time.
Understood.
Our enemy in this battle will be the army of Yamato itself. Whatever our reasoning, drawing steel on these men will brand us traitors true. And the conspiracies that my liege's death of birth will not be easily stopped. The Imperial High Priestess and personal attendant to the Mikado, Lady Honoka, stands accused of also being his killer. Her Highness was poisoned in similar fashion, and narrowly escaped being set up as a puppet. And those with power seem unwilling to let me or my elites go. After all this, I am still suspected of facilitating the assassination attempts. No matter who we speak to, nor what we say, it's far too optimistic to assume people will simply listen to us. And so I ask again,
one final time. For Her Highness's sake, will you follow me? Do you have the resolve to bear the brands of traitors to the Empire? You may, of course, turn back here. You have all helped deliver Her Highness to Ennakamuy, and for that, you have my gratitude. But this truly is the point of no return. Are you still willing? The room falls deafeningly silent, save for Telltale snickering.
Oh my, how silly asking that now. We already had that talk. Besides, the stronger they are, the more fun I'm gonna have.
Young lady's got it right. We wouldn't have followed you all the way here if we weren't gonna stick around and see this thing through.
Indeed. It doesn't matter who we fight. Justice is on our side, and that's enough.
I will as ever aid my sister in whatever way I can.
Shinongan's gonna help save Kyuju. Where a master goes, so too do we.
The only one who remains silent is Udettia, staring vacantly out the window. Lady Udettia, I know I'm repeating myself, but I need you to tell me you're at least aware. The enemy is Yamato, your former comrades. If you can't bring yourself to turn a weapon on them, then...
No, I'll go too. I don't want to lose anyone else. Not Princess Anju, nor Sir Kyudu. No one. I will fight. No matter whom against, I will fight.
Damn, Udettia also kind of growing a lot too here. I mean, I guess she was never really like tested of her convictions in the first game, I would say. She was always kind of just like down to clown, running it down with the gang. But this is kind of like her, you know, giving her piece now, I guess? Is that it? Maybe like in this one, she becomes more of her own person rather than like always following the whims of others?
I see. Well, alrighty then. We ought to hurry. Kyudu's gonna end up in real danger if we don't, yeah?
Yes, we need to go save Kyudu.
Okay.
Yes.
God, the soundtrack in this game is so good. Because like I can hear the motifs of like the main theme. You know, it's so damn good. I've talked about like motifs being like a fucking cheat code in music.
At my beckoning, Ogi lays out a map on the table.
I believe Kyudu's party is will still be in this region here. I took my leave at the mouth of this valley. The terrain is difficult and steep, and marching women and children through it is slow going. My assumption is that they've yet to emerge.
If Kyudu's pace is slowed, Yamato could easily send troops around to catch the elites in a pincer attack.
That is most likely. In the event the elites and Kyudu would have nowhere to run.
Right, but I think we'll use that against them. We'll deploy at the enemy's back and surround them. Luckily, the valley terrain forbids elaborate maneuvers on their part. Ennakamuy and I will split from the rest to mount a direct rescue operation for Kyudu. Everyone else will split into two groups. Strike at the pincer formation. After that, both will flank the main force and kick them off.
Dear brother, there's little time.
We should hurry then. Ennakamuy.
Yes.
Oh, city.
Leave it to me.
Okay.
At your service.
Lady Atui.
Can't wait.
Akwalt. Yes, sir. Lady Udettia.
Yes.
Urudu. Sanana.
Ever yours, master.
With me, everyone. We're going to war.
I turn and begin to walk, feeling heavily, the weight of the mask over my face. This is how it should be. The man called Haku is no more. In this moment, I'm the Imperial Guard of the Right. I'm Oshtor. As though resonating with my words, the mask emits a high ringing in my ears. But maybe I'm imagining that. Is like Haku slowly becoming attuned to the mask? Yeah, it's interesting how bad decisions are made between Haku and Oshito. Haku focused on strategy, Oshito was more direct on combat. Yeah, true. Like, immediately I was like considering the fact that, oh, I wonder if someone's gonna call out the fact that like Oshito is out here like barking these orders exactly the way like Haku would have. Which like could be a good thing. He could have just like been like, oh yeah, like well, I grew from Haku too type beat.
Attack! Women, children, they don't matter! Cut them all down!
It appears we can ill afford to remain on the sidelines for this one.
Uncouth scum. I'll put them back in their place.
Sister, wait.
Don't try to stop me, Ogi.
Ours is at the disadvantage in numbers. Stepping blindly into the fray is unlikely to go well. Besides, haven't we a job to do? The task Oshito gave to us. As Jackdaw, Tatooine near the Tia approach from the flank. We are to circle around and cut off the enemy's escape route. Between us, we may yet bring them down in one strike and give Oshito an opening. Yeah. Come now. We'll miss our rendezvous with Jackdaw if we tarry. In the worst case, Oshito may be forced to,
Then there's no problem.
Sister?
Do you really think Oshito of all people would lose to the likes of these goons? He'll be alright. I can't prove it or anything, but I'm certain of it.
All we have to do is help, even if only a little. So of course it's better for us to hang back here and protect the women and children. Besides, Ogi, aren't you forgetting the crucial factor here? Crucial factor.
That we're the best there is. So what if they have the numbers? That doesn't mean a thing to us.
Well said, dear sister. But you're quite certain. Remember what Oshito said. As soon as you loose an arrow, you'll be an enemy of the state. I fear our involvement in all this may only serve to cement our aspirations of distant dreams. Dear sister, our house's name.
How can we take pride in our house if we let these cowards walk free?
They're attacking women and children. Innocents. Help her highness, help her people, and do what's right by them. That's always been our way. As you say, rather reassuring to hear actually. If those are still your wishes, then I suppose I'll have to fight to my fullest now. We should begin by eliminating their commanders given the size of the enemy force. Weakening their points of coordination should give us an edge. And I quite imagine Kyoto will appreciate hearing of Yamatan reinforcements. Cleaning up the enemy is a boost to his morale, surely.
See? That's the spirit.
Sister, be careful.
Ogi, who do you think I am? Remember, a good woman never goes back on her word.
Take this! Damn! Damn! She got that crazy aim!
Sir!
Who's there? She hit in that pose.
Witness, cowards, the deadly Nosity! Craven swine and villains, you dare fire on the innocent! You dare call yourselves Mononofu! In the name of the Imperial Princess, I will pass divine judgment!
There's only a few enemies. Take them out!
Exactly the kind of thing a villain would say. You left me no choice. Prepare for justice!
Allow me to clear the way.
I'll be counting on you.
Prepare yourselves. Are we 2v6ing? I kind of wasn't expecting to play as just these two. Oh, wait. Can we assign anyone? Nope, just these two. We fell off. We were like level 50. We were like level 40 before. We fell off so hard. It might have been too easy if they let us be strong. They would have to jump on us. This guy does have a bow though. Where do you remember characters being level 20 to start? It could be because I didn't spend too much time in Deception. Like, I didn't grind. Like a ton. Oh. Oh! Some skills can be activated and respawn. Okay, we know that. Precise timing can also trigger critical hits on skill activation. You can use rewind. Okay. Honestly, taking the hit don't seem too bad either. Like 33 damage? We're gonna need like every bit of HP though. Actually, this is the bad call. We should kill the ones we know we can kill fast. In this instance, the less DPS they have, the better. Oh, nice AoE. We shouldn't allow them to get a free move. We'll move up here. Oh, they can't even fucking get up because we slowed them. Wait, that's huge. We could do better than that. Yeah, no dodging that though. Okay, they're dead. We might even move back here. Shit. Wasn't aware of that. Let's stay right here. just like go back and forth on this hill, I feel. Yeah, Ogi's really, really strong. I don't remember him having all this before. Who's going when? Can I see a turn order? Do we not have turn order anymore? That's so powerful. Here, I guess we'll kill him. And then move closer to that archer. Perfect! I feel like I might be using Ogi for a long time in this game. Like, he's gonna be one of my favorite characters for combat. Damn, that Kuon fight with the Mau Maus was actually the hardest so far. I mean, they might hit me with something crazy at the end of this, but it was easy. Alright, we're done here. It appears so. Huh. These voices are... Can you hear that, dear sister? The elites and their families are cheering for us. We only did what was expected of us, but it's nice to be appreciated once in a while. All we did was give them a bit of courage. I wouldn't celebrate just yet, dear sister. You're right, it's still too early for that. We need to catch up with Jack Walt. I shall lead the way. With me now, sister. Yep. Now, Jack Walt, and the others. They should be at the rendezvous point by now, right? He and Atsui are pretty strong, and Didatia has Kokopo, so I'm sure they're alright. No victory screen either yet. They're kind of making us go like back to back into every fight. Is that the idea? Hey princess, you okay over there? You're looking a touch pale.
Catch a cold, big sis? No, it's nothing. You don't have to push yourself, Duty. I can handle these chumps all on my own.
Whoa there, not gonna leave any for me?
First come, first serve, as they say.
Yeah.
Spoilers about the battles from here on? Did they get rid of that, like, success screen?
Well, looks like you won't have to worry about a thing, so would you relax?
Actually, now that I think about it, I don't know if there was a success screen after beating the the key Mouse.
Maybe there's not much point talking it out, since the wounds are still raw, but... The boss, Haku. You're not the only one mourning him, yeah? Some of us wanted to be there for the guy, too. We've gotcha. You don't have to shoulder all that pain on your lonesome. It's the same for us, too. Me and Utawarerumono here. You got Boss Oshito, Ogi, and No City looking out for you, too.
Don't forget Shinanon. He's alright, Udi. You can lean on us more. It's okay. Sir Jackwalt, Atui, Shinanon.
I've done my moping. If I learned anything, it's that we've got to work together if we aim to push through this mess.
Excuse me.
And save Sir Kyuryu. Exactly.
Success screen is still a thing, just that there are more objectives than before?
That's what friends are for, yeah?
Just about, yep. We are comrades after all.
We'll talk about this again some other time. We can sit and think after we save Kyuryu, yeah?
If we don't hurry, No City and Ogi will have all the fun to themselves. Yes.
Right, Kyuryu's waiting, ladies, so let's...
Oh.
Who are you? More of Oshito's men. Identify yourself! These guys are Yamaton.
Why are they here?
I think I get it. They had the same idea we did. Blink around and get at the elites from both sides.
Someone on their side must have some brains.
This isn't part of the plan, but we can't just ignore them! Formations, men! Sir! Looks like they're getting ready for a fight. This'll make for a good warm-up, I suppose, yeah?
Unscripted stuff like this is what our real wars are about.
Shinanon, stay back with the princess, you hear?
Bro's in that pose like he's about to fucking cast Gale.
No, I will fight. That's my decision. Don't do anything reckless. I know. Kokopo, let's go. Go get him, big sis. Go, Kokopo.
Stage 3. Can we add? We cannot. Okay. All good, all good. Alright, who's gonna be the best? Of course, Utawarerumono has a little bit more range. Oh, and it still reaches behind them too. Good. Alright, we're totally running that back. Good. Right, I forgot she had this battle hardened shit. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I get right here, I'm fine. Oh, I could have moved. I can move and attack him still. It's funny because I remember at the start of Deception, I was like, oh yeah, Jackwalt ain't gonna make it. Here we are, still around. He felt a little too like mentor character for me to believe he was gonna live. But of course, we're happy to be wrong. Sixth sense? Kokobo's got crazy dodge for arrows? Oh, that was kind of dog. We love our big birds. We will actually stay here. We can only do 6 cents once. Shame. Funny enough, Jackpot right now kind of feels like he might be the weaker of the group. He does have his counter attack. Afternoon, eating lunch while listening in. Sounds good, sounds good. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Sunday and I believe Mother's Day, no? Unfortunately, we're not on Kuon, so we don't have our like 17 moms. So is that what a normal Kokopo is supposed to look like, or is Kokopo just built different? Because I've still never seen like another creature like Kokopo. And Kuon sauce. Nah, that's all good. AoEs are king. Amount of things you've eaten last night and this morning is enough for 2 days from bringing my mom around. Love to hear that. Hopefully y'all are eating well. Yeah, eating waffles for lunch. Nice. Been a while since I had a good waffle. He's always been more of like a pancake guy. I'm not hitting this. I feel like this game has had me like be more aware of hitting those crits. These enemies don't relax. Power of alcohol is driving you. Let's go. Whatever it takes sometimes, I guess. Alright, that's like one more turn for her. And Nuditia is just like eating all of these hits. Face tanking. That should be fine. Who would win, Jackwalt or Arios? I don't know if Jackwalt could take on like Green or like Chizuna, but like maybe Arios. Maybe. No, let's kill that guy behind the cavalry. Alright, things are looking good. Fully surrounded. I wonder what Arios' position is now, true. Yeah, because I don't really recall 100% what kind of happens to him at the end of Reverie. Like, I know they were fighting a bunch of like the Arios bots, but like, what happened to like the real Arios again? Yeah, no clue what's being discussed. Yeah, a little bit of trails. I can never escape it.
Aw, over already?
Huh. Didn't even break a sweat.
Are you two alright?
Barely even scratched. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, this is nothing. Are you alright, Diddy? Yeah, I'm fine. Kokopo fought very well.
Yeah. S-rank bracer, ex-president aide, prisoner. He's lived a full life. I feel like, you know, just ends up going on vacation. Quiet life. Just like watch his kid grow up. That'd be enough. I think that's good.
Still, that was a delay we didn't account for in boss's big plan, yeah?
I'm worried. I hope they left some soldiers for us.
You're worried about that? I mean, it is no Suri Nogi we're talking about. Guess that's more of a concern than either of them getting hurt.
Moshita's probably cutting people down left and right, having all the fun without us. Perhaps.
Another Rufus but with Shizuku? Mm-hmm. Shizuku McLean.
Alright, enough. No more dilly-dallying.
Kudu sure gets in a lot of trouble, doesn't he? But that's part of his charm. Let's go, Diddy. Yes.
Little like 4-year-old casually walking amongst the dead. They're just sleeping. It's okay.
Looks like they aren't really watching out for reinforcements from Ennakamuy. Works for me.
Like, duh. There's gonna be reinforcements from the Imperial Guard's home turf. How conceited are these guys? They think they've already won?
Dear brother,
Right. My apologies. I began to forget myself in the comfort of your company.
we are deeply moved.
Shouldn't be a matter of who I'm with. I'm slipping. The moment Oshtor entrusted the future to me, the man named Haku ceased to exist. Gone. Dead. I am Oshtor, Imperial Guard of the Right. I am half of the twin shields that protect Her Highness, and that is my role forevermore. No more, no less. I apologize for making you worry. The time is long past where such lapses were forgivable. I will not ask for more compromise of you than I already have. I will not fail you. Not until this life of mine is snuffed out for good.
Yes. Where you walk, we follow in your stride, Master.
There's no time to waste. Let's take the field.
I understand, dear brother. Yes, as you wish.
Okay, I mean, like, Ururus and Ana were, like, cracked in last game, so... having them in this fight maybe will make things easy. Hopefully.
It's no use! There's too many of them! We are the honored elite! Stop whining! Use your body to shield the women and children from arrows! And give no quarter! I'll buy time here! Take the wounded and fall back to the rear lines! Thank you, Lord Kyoto.
Damn.
There's no end to them. Everyone's fighting well, but the odds are still stacked against us. For that matter, that everyone is fighting well is the reason we've been holding out so long. Rather train them personally. If you were here, they'd rally for certain. With their beloved commander, they'd never lose to the likes of these rank and file types. So this too is a product of my inexperience. Forgive me.
Oh, he don't know we about to show up, though.
At last they give ground. Now charge! Strike while the anvil's hot!
No, I won't let that happen.
Bro's about to awaken to his fucking archetype.
I won't let a single man pass. No, I'm out of arrows.
He's out of arrows! Men, seize him in the name of the Empire! You may beat him if he resists! He'll make fine bait to lure in that accursed Oshtor!
Is this really it?
Yeah, Boko Nante's archetype. It's just like the beginning of Metaphor.
No, he will come. I have to believe.
Damn, his archetype kind of going crazy.
Could it be? Brother!
My apologies for keeping you waiting, Kyoto. You seem to have done well holding out. Okay, were the twins' dresses always see-through?
Multiple injuries among the elite.
Like, I know there was a bit of, like, see-throughness at the top last game, but were they always see-through at the bottom? It was a little...
But the women and children are safe. Lord Kyoto and the elite's defensive formation likely bore the brunt of the assault.
I see. So you protected your charges, and knew I sent the right man for the job.
Brother,
Stand aside and rest, Kyudo. Your part in this is done. Let us finish what you started.
no, I mean, I'm not injured. If I could just have some more arrows, I can still fight.
Very well. I'll be counting on you, Kyudo.
Yes, sir.
Kiryu's eyes regard me with the same reverence he typically reserves only for Oshtor. I guess it means I'm playing the part well. But man, it doesn't seem right with me to pull the wool over this kid's eyes. He's just doing his best.
A little bit too much of that Deco Pompo rubbing off on Bokoi Nante here.
So you finally arrived. I was beginning to tire of this little scuffle without ya. Oshtor.
Oh, this guy.
You cunning rat! Look at you in your finery, your mask of power! Why is the traitor afforded such things while I stand foolishly loyal? I am consumed with anger! I mean anger! Bokoi Nante possesses the superior wit and skill between us, and yet it is you who receives the accolades, the merits, but no more! Today, I step forth from your shadow to cut you down. So ends our long-standing feud. Oshtor! Our feud? Just so!
What are you talking about?
What?
Oshtor's literally never mentioned this. Ooh, Omega Lol. So far as I'm concerned, you and I have no particular relationship. I'm sorry, but you'll have to refresh my memory.
Bastard! You dare claim to have forgotten our fateful first meeting?
Our first meeting?
And the time we stood as reluctant allies, back to back against the bandit hordes, and our first bitter but inevitable duel, and
Nekone? Shaking her head. Yeah, she doesn't know either. I apologize, but none of this is sounding familiar to me.
You insinuate I'm not even worth remembering! Don't think to put yourself above me, my rival! If you won't respect our history, then fine! I'll make you respect the edge of my blade and prove my claims with steel!
I think I just threw oil onto the fire. Somehow I can't bring myself to care. Oshtor, Imperial Guard of the Right hereby accepts your challenge. You seem to have shown quite the mercy for Kyudo and my elites. I must return the favor.
I'll show you!
You can smell the Gilbert on them, yes. Anyone who's got a little bit too much ego. Kyudo is defeated, we have to send our man back. Fucking run, Kyudo! Oh, fucking A, 75? Oh, it's fixed damage though. I guess I never really noticed that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I get right here, he cannot attack us. How do I hit this guy? It says I can, right? Oh, I can just get right here. Decrease attack. Decreasing to 20 is pretty nice. I don't think we can kill him in this. No, we could probably kill him in this turn. Yeah, that's the charge ring. We remember. Can you imagine this being your first game and like you having to like actually learn these tutorials? This would be a wild ass first game to start. Wait, he can just summon guys? That's not good. Yeah, I'm gonna hope that Oshtor still has that, like... Okay, let me see. He does not have that ability, that dog in him where if he dies, he comes back. I understand. Yeah, just saying it could be worse. It could be worse. We could have, like, some weirdos on our team. Not necessary, but we'll take it. Oh, and that gives XP now. I'm glad they brought that back. What is quick rebound exactly? When receiving an attack, unit advances in turn order. Oh, that's kind of neat. Do I have to be right next to them to heal? Get better, Beam! Bro's gonna have 0 luck. He took that shit. What does luck even affect in this game? Just like crit chance? Decreases skill activation rate, I see. That's good for us. Maybe for like a bigger enemy. Ennakamuy, we need healing. Heal your big brother. Maybe we should actually like get in his face. 3 big booms. Why are they just healing this guy? Are they actually doing anything? Just like big buffing him? Hold on, I want to see what this man's up to. He doesn't have any statuses. Okay, nice. And what is the range on that, like, weird attack? I can never tell. Yeah, actions being performed other than move, yeah. Alright, now get the fuck back. He's got crazy range. Imagine if they were healing Boko Nante, I'd be weak. And then this was increased defense, sure. We're sending Ushtor into the fucking depths of hell here, so we will be doing that. Oh no! I hope they're okay. They're okay. Damn, if only the positioning was a bit better and he was able to get another like big hit. It's not looking too good for Uru and Sanana right now. What did this one do? Drain health? We'll drain health. We need it. Big suck for 5 HP. A little scary. It's getting a little too real. Oh, that's a big drop in attack. We'll take it. Kyudu, fucking finish his ass! Okay. And we finally get a success. Strengthened. Is that their heal? Hunt against beast? Are they gonna make me fight a lot of beasts? Apparition's birdsong. Reduce wind, max health, reduce physical. Okay, not bad, not bad. We did it! All 3 groups!
Wiped out? Impossible! Ushtor's supposed to be weak because of his wounds! How did this happen? Which wise guy said Lord Ushtor was gonna be easy pickings? That was Boko Inante. Forget this. I'm out of here. Wait for me!
Truly the best person to be with Dekopampo.
Should we be giving chase?
No. We have other priorities. We should receive the women and children with the elites and tend to the wounded. Urudu, Sanana, look after everyone.
As you wish, Master.
Lord Oshtor! Your elites have arrived, sir! As one trained mass, the surviving elites gather and take a knee before me. This is... That's right, your Oshtor's right now. Or your Oshtor right now. The Oshtor. You can't let these men see through you. You've all done well in answering my summons, and for that I thank you deeply. Now, I would have you lend your highness your strength. Yes, sir! We're with you to the end! This is exactly what we needed. Oshtor's old cohorts would bolster Ennakamuy's numbers. Get the wartime expertise in our corner. That being said, this is a big group, no doubt, but I can't imagine this is all Oshtor's men in one place. No, most likely.
Make way, make way! In the battle charges Nosuri, slayer of the men and archers of Izuruha. Daughter, or Izuruha, daughter to the wise and Huh? It would rather appear we've been beaten to the punch, dear sister.
Well, damn, already over. Guess getting caught up back there was for the best.
Aw, phooey. Thank goodness, everyone's alright.
It pleases me to see safe. You look like you've had a scuffle or three.
You did excellent in my absence, Kyoto. Okay, thank you, but it's only because you ran ahead and alerted everyone. Besides,
Kyoto glances down at his feet, and back at the line of rescued soldiers.
I couldn't get them all. Some of the elites, we never...
I see. So they lost some in the capital, and others couldn't make the journey. But this is still far better than I hoped.
I'm sorry, brother. It is my shortcomings that...
No, Kyoto. You did more than was expected of you, considering the circumstances.
But...
As Kyoto looks down at his feet, one of the elites approach him. Lord Kyoto, please, raise your head. It's only by your and Lord Ogi's intercession that many of us still stand here. Yes, it's thanks to you that we even made it through there alive.
Everyone.
You're right, Kyoto. Raise your head and take pride in this victory. For today, I am just as proud to call you brother. Damn! Damn!
Thank you so much. Brother, we should withdraw back to Ennakamuy. Victory is ours. We should head back to the castle and prepare a parade and celebration. Hey, Diddy, we're gonna throw a welcoming party for everyone, right? It's been so long since I've had your cooking. I suppose I can ask to use the castle kitchens.
Hear that, Shinnon? Tonight's gonna be a real feast.
Feasties.
Kyoto casts nostalgic glances around the assembled group, then seems to notice something with the start. He's gonna be like, yo, I see, where's Kuon and Haku?
Brother.
What is it?
I don't see Haku with you. Or Kuon.
I have enough time to see Nekune up ahead, pulling her shoulders tightly at the question.
Brother.
Kyoto looks at me with questioning innocence, and I brace myself for the inevitable, letting out a held breath. I begin to explain. Lady Kuon has returned to her homeland.
Huh? Did she? So suddenly?
Weird. I don't know if my dog is cold or he heard something, because he is shaking. It is kind of cold. I'm gonna put on a blanket. Okay. All comfy again.
She did? So suddenly?
But why now of all times? Surely she knows we need all the help we can get. Why? Brother.
Aku's dead.
What?
When I thought to waylay Vodai during our fight from the capital, Aku was there. He did not survive. When Lady Kwon was informed, she took her leave of Ennakamuy and of us. It is due only to my negligence, my failure to protect him. Please, do not be angry with Lady Kwon for her decision. She needs time to process her emotions.
Haku's dead? Our Haku?
I have to lie to his face, too, don't I? This kid who looked up so much to Oshtor.
I see. Haku really is gone then.
Kyuru's voice cracks, and he bites his lip as if to silence the rogue sound, hurriedly casting his gaze down to his feet. Are you crying for me? For the man standing here betraying your trust so readily?
Dear brother.
I know. I gently put my hand on Kyuru's shoulders, squeeze as reassuringly as I can. I can't apologize enough for what I allowed to happen. But what matters now is that you are safe, Kyuru. His Grace will be pleased. We should get you to see him as soon as possible.
Yes.
I won't ask for forgiveness. I can't. I resigned myself to never getting that when I put on this Akurika. Yeah. Even if it means betraying everyone's trust like this, it's the best way. Even if Oshtor lives out the rest of his days in deception. I mean, in a way, Oshtor really did live his days in deception, didn't he? Equip items, steer units from the equipment menu. Okay. Same as usual, same as usual. They teaching us about normal gameplay. Yeah, you can tell what's the struggle though, yeah. No, yeah, it's really well done. Ultimately, we were able to push back the pursuers from the capital. With Gyudu and his group at our side, we victoriously marched back to Ennakamuy. Gyudu wanted to see Anju himself, so we made the guest lodge one of our first destinations after returning.
Your Highness, your servant Gyudu has returned to your side.
I hope she gets the ability to talk soon. Gyudu quietly bows his head as he accepts Anju's trembling, outstretched hand.
It does my heart good to see your face again, Your Highness.
Anju's smile! Precious. He puts on a brave face, but I can see Gyudu struggling not to let his shoulders hitch. He most likely already knew, but actually seeing Anju in this condition must be disturbing him deeply. As though to comfort him, Itawaji cuts in. Gyudu, do not torment yourself on the things you cannot control. You have done well today. I am proud to call you grandson. Not only did you save Her Highness's life, but you secured Oshtor's elite and brought them back here to Ennakamuy. Gyudu shakes his head.
No, I can't take credit for that. Only my honored brother's planning and my comrades want us today.
Gyudu, enough. You judge yourself far too harshly. I find your presence to be a reassuring one, I hope you know. That is why I entrusted leadership of my elites to you. Surely you weren't telling me I chose the wrong man for the job.
Brother,
Where's Munechika? We have no city.
Still, things are shaking out well. With the elites here, thanks to Kyudu, the future is looking much brighter. No, we can't allow ourselves optimism. Akune's right. The gap between our military strength and the capital isn't so easily closed. But they're all still up in a frenzy over there, yeah?
Indeed. I can't imagine it'll be calm. I can't imagine it'll calm down soon, with word of the coup attempt spreading. We really gave them what for back there, didn't we? But a vacuum of power remains. Without a viable successor, widespread confusion and disorder are likely to continue.
Ah yes, well, eminently not the case, I'm afraid.
Oh shit, wait. Did they run it? Did they like fully like recuperate? Is it fucked?
Ogi.
Did something happen? It's best perhaps that you hear it from Kyuru.
From me?
May as well. While you're here, Her Highness and His Grace will bear witness to your words. What happened in the Imperial capital, Kyuru?
I understand. My report then.
Kyuru takes a deep, calming breath and begins to relay his experiences.
Where should I start? After all, you left the city, I guess.
Dekopampo! Welcome back!
So that coward Verdai has fled the capital, clearly intimidated into retreating by my ferocious battle glare. That muscle-bound cretin! I can't let him get away and expect to save face. No. A large shadow passes over General Dekopompo as he continues muttering to himself. Dekopompo. Nah, what is it now? The Imperial Guard Mikazuchi wraps powerful fingers around Dekopompo's neck and lifts. Her Highness has yet to show herself. I have canvassed the palace in its entirety. She's nowhere to be found. If my intelligence is right, Moshis has gone to ground as well. And the more I consider it, I seem to recall something strange you said. Mikazuchi! What are you doing? Let go! Mikazuchi only tightens his iron grasp. What was it that you said, Dekopompo, about someone not in her bedchambers? I had no intention of listening to your petty delusions, but if you know something then, I would have it. Words, cur. Now! Yes, that's what I saw. Her bedroom completely empty. I see. And someone's already taken her. That's right. Now please, I really can't breathe. So, you yet retain the nerve to lie to my face, Dekopompo? Or are you so ignorant that you don't realize the offense you've committed? Do you mean to tell me, vermin like you trod in Her Highness's own bedchambers uninvited? Dekopompo's body produces an uncomfortably heavy thud as it impacts the ground.
Yeah, honestly though, like, Dekopompo is not a small guy. So Mikazuchi's hands must be gigantic.
Vermin tried and true then. I wouldn't dare insult my blade by dirtying it on your flesh.
Also, Marudo, welcome back.
Alack and alas! Catastrophe! What is it now? The troops. A host that erstwhile beheld at the gate. It is unleashed upon the city. The Legion doth pour forward into the streets. Score upon scores of men. Oh, lack-a-day! 'Tis more horde than army. For mercy's sake, Sarah, when thou see the capital itself host a riot.
You know, it's always so much fun to do like Marudo, Dekopompo, and I guess also Boko Inante. Like, they have really fun voices. Taking his giant sword in one hand, Mikazuchi scoffs, then adopts a combat stance.
Attempting to incite a riot in the very city I patrol. These fools value their lives less than I thought.
Mikazuchi's building rage boils over, manifesting as lightning. Blue-white bolts and flashes ionize the very air around his body.
He's...
Well, that's a touch further than I thought he might go.
What are we gonna do? We have to do something about that, don't we?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I mean, certainly. I feel a modicum of responsibility, but look in front of you. Neither you nor I can fetter that storm. Best we remain uninvolved and see how the pieces fall.
No way!
Even more so than the rioting soldiers, Kyoto begins to panic. But before he can do anything, a thunderous voice resounds through the city. Silence! Who's that? Oh, that's...
No way. How could it be? How can she be here?
She? Onichika? Who? Oh shit, they have a puppet! I said silence. You stand in the presence of Her Imperial Highness. Faker! That's not the real Anju. It's Her Highness!
No, she yet liveth! We have given you all much cause for worry, but as you can see, we are unharmed.
Who is playing her?
But your bedchambers, when we...
Impudence. It is customary to bow before your liege, is it not? At Reiko's approach, the assembled soldiers and officers throw down their weapons, kneeling abruptly. The square goes all but silent. Reiko, satisfied with the result, nods and turns on his heel to likewise bow. Now, Your Highness, speak unto your people. We are here to listen and to serve. Anju nods, then raises a quelling hand, softening the remaining murmurs of the crowd.
Our beloved subjects, your anxieties, your worries, they are known to us. We feel them deeply. And they are not without basis. The man who built and nurtured Yamato, our beloved father, the Mikado, has passed from this realm. Under his sacred wing, we were happy and safe, sheltered from the dangers of the world. But now he is gone. Without his sheltering light, we are all parentless. Foreign barbarians may strike at us in this time of grief. Enemies of the throne may arise even from within Yamato itself, seeking to take our seats. And we hear our people crying out, what will become of Yamato? For none could have known our guiding light would someday be extinguished. But we say to you, discard your anxieties. From the shadow, a new light springs. And our light will never go out. This we swear. Listen well, Yamato. I am Anju, daughter to the great Mikado, divine scion of this empire, and I vow to bring Yamato peace, safety, and prosperity. So lend us your strength. Together, let us gather and forge from these ashes a new Yamato.
An ear-piercing cheer of approval goes up, resounding through the city square. Voices cry out over the din and praise of their new Mikado.
Your Highness!
I have faith. It is to make poor Mato's fragile heart swell with joy to see her thus. Whence comes such radiant awe, such majesty?
Oh man. Ah, jeez. Maruro's gonna be a fucking villain, isn't he? Say it ain't so. He's gonna be like Oshdor You betrayed me. And Haku's dead because of it. The princess says that you're a traitor. I'm gonna have to kill you. Damn. Damn. That's gonna be what gets Marudo to lock the fuck in too. Like, that's so shambles.
Hey, now back it up, yeah? You say, Her Highness?
But Princess Anju is... She's right here.
A ripple of shock passes through the group at that revelation, and at its implications. Anju reeling can only produce a strained groan. Itawaji, meanwhile, sinks deeply into a chair as his thoughts seem to swirl. Marudo's the best ally? Okay, he's the best ally, but again, it's such good writing to turn such a lovable character into like a tragic villain in that way. Cause like Marudo kind of like the oomph day one, you know? Love that man, a little silly. But like if they manage to write him in such a way where like he becomes a villain, like damn, they cooked. It's immense. I could see it, I can visualize it.
I see. Her Highness has been seen in the capital.
But that has to be an imposter! The real princess is right here!
I know that. Oshtor himself serves her, and I have no reason to suspect a fraud. But we know now that there is a puppet master. Someone wishes to make of Her Highness's divine blood their own claim to the throne.
Man looks like a mushroom? He sure does. He's our mushroom. That's Mushroom Grandpa.
Someone so audacious as that. Well, I imagine an imposter princess was their natural recourse.
It's hot right now. It's funny you say that, because I'm fucking freezing my ass off. I think we put the AC too low. I had to put a blanket on. Itawaji speaks his thoughts plainly for everyone in the room to hear. The problem, I think, is less the puppets here and more the puppets at the juncture. Or at this juncture. The remaining pillars have accepted this. Double is genuine.
Have they not realized, or... Yikes. I give anyone else a bad feeling?
Ennakamuy, sure, you can fool him. But the others? The ones who served her directly. They're the ones doing it. They want power. If they can be the ones orchestrating it without the people going into a tizzy, like, absolutely. I feel like every one of those motherfuckers is like power hungry. Anyone left anyways. Everyone who like remotely cared, I feel, has been removed from the picture or is dead. Something else is going on here. The pillars have some kind of mutual stake in the false Anju, and the puppet master's tugging on the strings. Not to mention how quickly they were able to produce the fake. But the plan was all ready to go, timed at the word of the Mikado's death. The mastermind already had the double prepared. Makes a lot of sense. Poison the Anju, make a second Anju. An Anju that can be controlled. Imagine! Mikazuchi knows that something's weird. Deco Pompo knows that something's weird. What if they made Deco Pompo join our side somehow? After all the weird bullshit he's put us through. Like, we could totally play that angle. I mean, I wouldn't want him on our side. Not like any day. But like, we could totally have him fight on our side. But that would require the other side to look like they're losing, I think. Because yeah, Deco Pompo doesn't care. He might notice that something's weird, but I don't think he'd care.
If he's the one weaving the web, one wrong move could mean the end of us. The people even accept a real princess who can't so much as speak or sit up in bed. Where we're at in Texas, it's 68. I envy that 68. What's the weather like right now at 10:43? Okay, it's not too bad. I think the air is actually off now at this point, but it's 79. The people even accept a... Oh yeah, I already said that. We're good. This puppet master might have even been planned this... the puppet master might have even planned this much. If we go public with our cause, worst case scenario, the people could see us as frauds. They're the great empire, and we're the mountain hicks making noise about some royal conspiracy. Ennakamuy loses that fight. Not to mention most actual fights. We're still outskilled and outnumbered. Ripes, what to do? What can I do? Our options are limited until Anju's throat starts healing. We need to get her treated. Anju's distressed eyes lock with my own. I snap back to alertness from the haze of thoughts. I must have let my worry show on my face. I can't let that happen around her. Gently and gingerly, I kneel beside Anju's bed. Take her hand in mine. Please be at ease, princess. The scoundrels intend to use your name for their own ends. I'll see them punished and driven out of your city, I promise. Anju's eyes water with relief at the reassurance. Now, I think we've bothered Her Highness with state matters enough for one day.
Sure thing, but...
Let us continue elsewhere. I have something I'd like to discuss.
Very well.
Nekone, I leave Her Highness to you.
I understand.
Leaving Anju's room behind, I lead everyone to my office. Shut the door behind us. So, with Kyoto's debriefing, we stand on unstable ground. The task is no longer simply carving Her Highness a path back to her seat of power, hoping that resolves the conflict. From here on, any action that goes against the capital's lies will see us branded traitors for certain. Until the rightful princess is restored, we must consider the entire empire our potential enemies. So should anyone in this room have reason to doubt Her Highness as the rightful claimant, or should anyone wish to denounce my appointment as general under her authority, I remind you of your freedom to leave. If even a single doubt remains, I ask that you excuse yourself now. It would be for the best of all of us. This too is a Hakuism. I pause to survey that room, and to my relief, not a single person so much as twitches. In Her Highness's stead, I thank you for your service to the throne. I promise you, I'll see the schemers in the capital cast out, and Her Highness will be restored to her rightful place. And when that time comes to pass, you will all be rewarded with whatever you wish. Whatever we wish. Indeed, it's Her Highness's will that those who remain at her side in this difficult time be handsomely rewarded. So Nosuri.
You don't have to say it again. Our answer hasn't changed. For the princess's sake, we're with you. And don't get me wrong, I'm not letting the reward cloud my judgment. A good woman knows exactly where her loyalties lie.
When my sister leads, I shall follow. If it means receiving your generosity, I suppose I have a little reason to refuse. I look forward to reaping the benefits. With Nosuri worked up and Ogi considering his future wealth, I give them each a wry smile. I get the sense Ogi's judging me based on what we'll give him. It really doesn't come as a shock. And Lady Dudatia, what do you wish for?
I don't want anything, actually.
Humble of you, but now's not the time to be shy, my lady. Speak your desires.
No, I mean it. Simply, being with you all and helping Princess Anju. That's reward enough.
I see. Well, if you can think of something more concrete, tell me anytime.
I will.
Build that Haku Memorial.
Atsue starts to give her answer before I can even open my mouth.
don't need a reward, just some good old-fashioned fighting will do me right. Oh, maybe. Can I make a request? Can we fight more of those big guys like Budai? That'd be stellar. Come on, big guys, please?
Wait, I kind of want to... I'll think on it. Look at that, I got enough of those monsters for one lifetime, thanks. Next is... I can feel the pair of twin eyes gaze fixed... pair of twins' gazes fixed on me from either of my flanks. Yeah, skipping them.
Our desire is...
Moving on, Kyudo.
Let him speak! I'm not sure I want anything either. If anything, I'd want a position where I can advise Her Highness and serve her more directly.
Very well. When she's recovered, I'll discuss possibilities with her.
Thank you, brother.
Can't say I expected otherwise from Kyudo. Oh well, you can tell me later too. Last is... Man, I planned on fading out before we got to this whole "you just reward" part. I owe y'all too much already. See, like, he had the character of someone who was supposed to die like 7 missions ago. Still, it'd be rude to refuse Imperial hospitality and all that, yeah? I guess. Well, as for Shinnon to live happy and safe, it's enough for me. If I survive this, maybe I can ride along with her. Thank you for your consideration. I'm sure caretakers are prepared and an estate made ready for the both of you. Jack Bolt nods, satisfied, and says nothing more. I'd say that's all my empty promises made, but I don't think I've actually made any I don't intend to keep. No more subtlety. Let's do this. From here on out, this isn't secret roadside skirmishes in the dark anymore. This is war. We're gonna take back the Imperial capital. So what's it gonna be, Puppet Master? What's your next move? At the same time, an expressionless Raiko watches on as Bokuinante scrapes and bows, nearly kissing the floor. Tekapompo, his master, is nowhere to be found. The Yes Man and Raiko are the only figures in the room. So, Bokuinante. Yes, my lord! I admit I find you interesting. Bokuinante, for Pillar's adjutant, you've come to court dressed in fascinatingly pedestrian fashion. If you've insight to offer on this matter, I would hear it. This is... well, I gave chase to the traitorous elites through the night, you understand. Oshtor's hanger-ons. This is good. Her Highness will be pleased to know the rebels are quelled. But where, pray tell, are their heads? Lost on the way here, I imagine. Yes, no, I mean, I was this close, you see, but Ennakamuy sent reinforcements and... Raiko's eyes bore twin holes in Bokuinante's head, as icy as the sweat pouring down the unfortunate man's brow. As though hearing that voice speak his own name were a brief glimpse of eternal torment, Bokuinante rapidly, desperately, resumes. Of course! I fought as fiercely as ever, you understand. It was the coward, the traitor Oshtor, who won only with his underhanded tactics. Raiko nods graciously to each new impotent excuse Bokuinante's flailing produces. I see. I believe I understand the situation now. Well perceived, Lord Raiko! Their boundless wisdom inspired! Bokuinante's sudden bright smile sees the world for only a passing moment. Idiot. He's dead. So you not only deployed without consulting your commanding officer to satisfy a personal grudge, but lost to a severely handicapped opponent.
Like master, like servant, one supposes. Boko Inante. Yamato ill needs the incompetent and the vulgar in its upper echelons. Wouldn't you agree? I humbly beg my lord's forgiveness. Please, give me any order you wish. I'll do anything. Is that so? Well, if you're so eager to please, then you may serve by allowing me to display your head for all to see after I remove it. Those are your orders. When the soldiers see your desiccated skull, they will know the price of failure, and discipline will improve across the board. They may descend to Denbokshiri, knowing that yours is the grave a new Yamato was built atop. With slow, agonizing purpose, Raiko draws his blade and turns it on Boko Inante. A moment please, Lord Raiko.
It's hard to say. It's really hard to say what's going on here in Yamato. Like, I don't think Raiko is the one putting all this together. I think he's capitalizing on it, sure, and it could be Woshi's, but like again, it might be too simple if it was Woshi's. We'll see. At the sudden new voice, Raiko turns his head and scowls. Woshi's, you dare interrupt? Oh no such intentions. Woshi's inclines his head respectfully to Raiko. But beheading Sir Boko Inante would ill serve to keep Lord Dekapompo in line. Wouldn't you agree? Better to indebt the man than rebuke him, I say. By law, you are Yamato's regent now, and an outlaw must sometimes show leniency to win the hearts of his people, must he not? Regrettably, you make a good argument. I maintain this man and his master are vermin, but even vermin can be made tools of progress. Seemingly mollified, Raiko relaxes and sheathes his weapon. Be gone. If I see your face again today, it'll be too soon. Yes! Boko Inante gives a hurried final bow and then springs to his feet, scurrying from the audience chamber with a bow-legged gait. Whatever luck it was that blessed that man and his master, it's mighty indeed. But enough of that. You're alive after all then, Oshtor. What are you planning to do? Separated, Oshtor and his hounds are manageable nuisances. Reunited. It is true the elite are royal and powerful. These points I concede readily, but that is all. Our advantage in numbers remains, and shall be our saving grace. Besides, have we not the superior resolve? Or do you disagree? Raiko looks to Woshi as he shakes his head with a wry smile. No, not at all. These malcontents lack vision. Blindly clinging to Her Highness's skirts will not avail Yamato a better future. As regent, I embrace my liege's charge for me. This forsaken, godless future he abandoned us to. Mine is the resolve worthy of overcoming it. As you say, Lord Raiko. We'll work at how do you say that? Kathia? Kathia? Deep inside a craggy mountain range, far from the peaks of Ennakamuy. And Utawarerumono lets out a heavy sigh. Once she counted herself among the barbarian clans of her home. But its failed invasion of Yamato has displaced her in unfamiliar lands. Strange fates led her to the Imperial Palace itself, where a benefactor allowed her to stay as a lady of the court. And stranger fates still have led her here, huddled within a remote and desolate cave. And Tua levels her eyes at the figure across the campfire. Her companion, swaddled in blankets of straw, lie motionless, and Tua knows his name, and she speaks it into the fire. What? No, man! I knew the fact we didn't see a fucking body meant he was still alive.
General Vurai.
Literally the 8 pillar generals. Warrior of Yamato. Slaughterer of ranks upon rank of Entua's Rishon kin. And the man who dared to challenge the heavens, attempting to depose the Imperial Princess Anju in a failed coup after his liege's passing. In a sense, he is Entua's enemy twice over. Once for his crimes against her people, and again for betraying the court that sheltered her. And here he lies, slumbering defenselessly in her presence. Entua has so far spent 10 days in his company. He isn't dead. That much she has confirmed herself. Merely submerged in deep, comatose sleep. Another sigh escapes her throat as she mutters.
How did it come to this?
She calls to mind the events of that fateful day. Entua has traveled far on Wopterback to Warnoshtor in his flight from the capital of Vodai's relentless pursuit. However, where her path leads, the road has fallen away. A suspension bridge over a gorge lies in tatters, hanging down into the chasm.
It doesn't look like it came apart naturally.
Shuffling up to the edge to inspect it herself, Entua reasons that Oshtor Vodai must have cut the bridge supports intentionally. Water check? We have no water. But it's okay, because I'm gonna find a nice place to stop pretty soon. She peers over the cliff and assesses the drop. The cliffside doesn't rise particularly high, but the true danger, she determines, is the raging speed of the water flow beneath.
I can't afford to lose this time.
She knows that the longer she's delayed here, the further both Oshtor and Vodai will be. And hesitates only a moment as she contemplates the possibility that she may already be too late.
No. They made it out safely. I know they did.
Oshtor and the others wouldn't allow themselves to fall to Vodai. They rescued Anju, made a tactical retreat. They must have. That is at least what Entua tells herself.
I need to find some place to cross.
Casting all distractions from her mind, Entua reminds herself of her purpose, to catch up to Oshtor. She begins following the river's path. Though a significant detour, she ultimately finds her prize, a shallower, slower flowing section of water.
This should be good enough for crossing.
Just as Entua readies herself to brave the waters.
What the?
Squinting at an odd shape in the river shallows, she leaps from her Waptor and hurries towards it, face quickly turning pale.
Sir, are you alright?
What she'd taken for a boulder on a closer look appears to be an enormous, heavily wounded man. With some difficulty, Entua manages to turn him onto his back. Wait, didn't fucking Vodai have a hole blasted through his chest?
Sir, please wake up.
No shot. Where before it had laid bloodied and limp, a trunk-like arm suddenly snaps forward to grab it into his leg. Oh, it healed. I don't think he had that scar before, did he? It's fast.
General Vodai, why is he... Hey, let go of me.
Not yet. I'm not done. My fist is not so easily broken. Oshtor! I'm still here! Coward! Vodai's mammoth hand tightens around into his ankle in his struggle to find a solid hold, squeezing to the point of pain and yanking powerfully.
Let go of me.
Try as she might to free herself from Vodai's grip, Entua can't budge her trapped leg, just as all seems lost, however. No sooner than Vodai climbs to his feet as he begins to wobble unsteadily. And all at once his massive form topples and crumples to the earth, landing with a dull thunk of meat against wet riverbank.
Is he dead?
Her leg freed, Entua hesitantly approaches the fallen pillar's prone body.
By a stroke of luck, whether good or ill, Entua can't bring herself to decide. Vodai still seems to draw ragged breaths. Only after she confirms this does she finally allow herself to collapse to her knees, shaken.
What happened here?
Thinking back on it, Entua reflects. She ought to have left him there. Instead, she carried him by Waptor all the way to this very cave, for reasons even she wasn't fully certain of. The area would be relatively safe. She reasoned as no sign of battle graced the site where she found Vodai. Does she see a little of herself in Vodai here? Because she was also kind of on this war path for a little bit too. He must have fallen into the river elsewhere and been carried downstream, which means the others must have avoided or bested him and are safe. Entua breathes another sigh at the realization, this one of relief. However, she can't help but feel that she's simply traded one giant problem for another.
What do I do?
Just as her courtly mistress Honoka is wanted in the capital, so too has Entua been branded a traitor. A reminder weighs on her shoulders. Even now she resolves. She wants to ensure for herself Lady Honoka's safety. To return the aid she was rendered in a time of danger and need. Impatient and all too aware of her powerlessness to do anything but wait, Entua's heart boils with quiet frustration. But this man before her, his needs she can see to. She can't bring herself to abandon him. The cave she's chosen is well supplied to see to his recovery, positioned near fresh water and groups of small animals to hunt. It's an experience Entua has had before when her clan fell and holdout remnants were hunted down.
Why did I save him?
For the umpteenth time that day, she repeats the question to herself, unable to come up with an answer.
If he would at least wake up.
As though in answer to her complaint, when her eyes fall on Vodai. He stirs for the first time since passing out on the riverbank.
You're finally awake.
Oh man, he's got Ostra on the brain.
Hey!
The wounded general springs to his feet and seizes Entua's shoulder, slamming her against the cave wall. Though she tries to struggle and squirm her way out of his iron grip, Entua's much smaller limbs are like a doll's before Vodai's strength. Just as she's certain her shoulders are going to snap and cave in under the pressure, Vodai abruptly releases her. He levels a deep, scrutinizing glare at her face and speaks. Who are you? Worming out from the narrow space Vodai trapped her in, Entua replies.
I'm called Entua. I found you unconscious in the riverbank.
Looking back, Vodai takes a moment to regard his own body, seeming to realize his wounds have been treated and dressed.
But you will recover with time. You are General Vodai, are you not?
You know me.
There's no one in Yamato who doesn't know your name.
Your face is not a Yamaton's girl. Your face is not a Yamaton's girl.
Vodai squints, seeming to try to place her ethnicity, and nods in apparent satisfaction.
I see. A daughter of Uzrusha. You think I've fallen so low as to accept the charity of vultures? Explain something to me, small Uzrushan girl. Why have you not taken my head? Some will reward you in mountains of gold for the trophy.
Vodai smiles fearlessly, but the bold, even brazen quality that typically characterizes his speech is greatly diminished, almost distant.
There is no honor in taking a head that's been asleep for the last 10 days.
Oh, not just some way for the wasteland then.
He attempts to approach her again, but his wounded body betrays him. He stumbles and falls to the ground heavily. Vodai's voice would be so much easier to do if my voice was like naturally more deep. You shouldn't move around so much, and you should eat something sooner than later.
I know not your ulterior motives, girl, but hear me. If you try anything, you will pay in blood.
I do not have ulterior motives. Entua cuts herself off before she can complete the sentence. Budai, prone on the cave floor, stares flatly into the fire. Just wait a while. I'll start some food and...
No food. I do not need it. All I need is Oshtor's head. When at last I rip his grinning skull from his shoulders, then I will let this Akuruka take me. It yearns to consume. That girl is my fate.
Entua lapses into silence, watching Budai by the crackling fire, which casts the dark reddish glow over his face. Yeah, I don't know if I could do an H. Damn, crazy though, he lived. Again, I kind of expected it. You really have to see a man dissolve in front of your eyes to really believe someone dies. This is true in anything. You need to see them, like, take the head off, smash to bits, turn to mist. But if they just fall into a chasm, you just stop seeing them, of course they're gonna live. Every time. Okay. But yeah, that being said, damn, already 8 hours. That being said, I think that's gonna end up doing it for me today. I have to get up a little early tomorrow to prep some food stuff. That being said, GG's. Thank you so much for the company. Always appreciate it. End of the week. We're probably not streaming tomorrow, since we did move tomorrow's stream to today. But I hope I'll be able to maybe like clear some time out next week for karaoke. If no karaoke, at the very least, we'll try and start Resist 1000. Or 1000 Resist. And maybe go from there. Yeah. GG's, thank you. Always appreciate the company. Till next time, happy Sunday. Happy Mother's Day. Peace. Oh, that tortilla and the chicken looks good, by the way. I'm gonna go warm up some chicken too. Good night.